to exercise discretion with statutory funds. And so we await to see what the minister will do once they bring the amendment to Parliament for us to look at it. The minister also said a lot about social spending. As part of the IMF agreement, we were supposed to spend a certain amount of our revenues on social spending. These 4 social spending initiatives: capitation grants, NHIS, and LEAP, and school feeding. So when the minister mentioned that there's a strategy, and so they are going to increase that of school feeding, they are also going to increase the numbers for LEAP. It is something that is already drawn out in the IMF program, and as and when you get there, you implement it. So that is also nothing new. So in resetting the economy, clearly nothing new has been given to us.
As indicated, compensation alone at the Office of Government Machinery, 2.7 billion. And if you look at that particular appendix, total compensation for about 12 ministries put together is about 9 billion. And Jubilee House alone is taking 2.7 billion. A jump from the 326 that we were talking about. So it's about priorities. It's about where you put your money. For example, if you say you want to stimulate, about 9 billion under the administrative sector, 12 about ministries or agencies. Jubilee House alone, 2.7. So it shows your priorities. If, for example, you give 50 million Ghana cedis for research, which will not translate into any economic ends, and then you have something else like, let's say, the Women's Development Bank, which could actually assist women. And it requires, from my numbers, it requires about 1.5 billion to be able to do. About 400 million capitalization before you do your branches across the country, before your OPEX, before the float itself for the women. That one, you won't give it money. So it's about your priorities. Now, I just therefore want to demonstrate to you how the priorities of the government will not answer some of the most important questions people have on their minds. Before the budget, many of you did what we call Vox Pop. You went on the streets and asked people, what do you want to see as the economic result or the economic end of this revenue and borrowing and expenditure that the government is going to do? You will recall that a number of issues were raised by many Ghanaian youth and small businesses. They were expecting that this new economic policy 2025 will address, among other things, cost of living challenges. That it will address, among other things, unemployment. That it will address investment in infrastructure. That it will address investment in education and efforts to improve the business climate, investment in healthcare, among others. Unfortunately, these issues have not been addressed by the economic policy. The priorities are elsewhere. For those who are looking forward to efforts to halt further increases in electricity bills, they have been disappointed to note that electricity prices will rather be adjusted every quarter. The minister referred to it as the quarterly adjustment of utility tariffs. Every 3 months, light bills will go up. Now, this quarterly adjustment with no policy intervention from the NDC government will mean, as I mentioned, an increase in electricity tariffs every 3 months. Worse is that the government clandestinely removed the subsidies on gas that is made available to the IPPs. Remember, because government was subsidizing, the pricing was at about $7.8 per MMBTU. If you listen to the minister in the budget, he says gas prices have been increased. Why on earth would the government increase gas prices? He hid the fact. The fact is that government, the NDC government, has withdrawn the subsidy. And that is why the price has gone up now to $8.4 per MMBTU. This gas is what is used by the IPPs to produce power, and then they'll pass on the cost to us. So in effect, 2 things are happening. It's a double whammy. Not only are electricity prices going to go up every 3 months, it will be going up at a higher rate from now. So there's no hope when it comes to the reset of energy pricing. Fuel price increase, for example, which influenced the choices of many drivers in the last election, also did not see a respite in policy direction. Contrary to the NDC's manifesto promise that they were going to use the special petroleum levy to intervene in the market and cushion consumers, the government went silent on that in the budget. Ladies and gentlemen, without any policy intervention announced in the budget, what it means is that drivers can expect that the rises in fuel prices will continue. Already since January, I'm sure you've observed how fuel prices are performing. And when the government had the opportunity to bring their economic policy, they were quiet on it. So there's...
If you go to Appendix 4A, page 139 of this budget document that was presented to Parliament, it talks about some of the expenditure lines. And under the Office of Government Machinery, we have a research department. And the research department, when President Akufo-Addo was there, he had a research department headed by Dr. Ezekiel Osu-Mensah. President Mahama is allocating 50 million cedis for goods and services for research department at the Office of Government Machinery. A4 sheets, printers, pens and papers, office at the Office of the Research Department. All of that 50 million cedis. And capers, 20 million cedis.
All right, Yabeda Yankopa Sefi so yin and Adwene original 91.9 FM Adwene Kasa Anna Yede Adwene Kasa say live on original TV and so Free Sabre Kopum say ebebo no num apemu eho ede eko ne ebe transmit kwaku owusu ajemini na RSM Kofi do Lawson Baransana Kofi bebe no mini kanka omini basic bank once a man fancy because you continue room no anya hahan ya kwa ye ba nyina no said ye ba binya bibi de apodwe ye kope bibi abedi said ye ba enkofa se me be ye den ene ne be kwa kona ntintino ye de ho atwere dua ebatabo enti ebema yetwa yetwa na eno ene omini basic bank banks are a walk Ghana nyina na sika krabia a walk Ghana ha nyina no eno pa ana enyini ayete se dua esi asubonten ho na haban empo eno ne omini basic bank eso na ba woni biremu nti sisi no yasesa ye niema mu yasesa niema mu da bia de bechi bia yasesa niema mu eso na ba woni biremu na haban empo omini basic bank is not just another bank. This is an extraordinary banker in Unidebia. So we are redefining banking with a renewed commitment to making you a cherished partner, the happiest customer. And to more money I did, I was so there. More kasa money, muna more kanchira fufro. Ama to say, yes, yenya bank be keke. We are not just another bank, not just another bank. HRS, ye nini ni asesani mamu ni mao anije sronko abribia HRS abribia anopo awio anajo nso to ahamacho awie bo omini basic bank 247 experience den ana yenyama obi nti asesem yese yasesa fina yedi yese not just another bank enya bank foforo bi abeka ho keke nya koto foforo a waba nso mbi keke omni basic bank truly an extraordinary bank of choice omni basic bank uni yenyini da bia de ba chibia we evolve so keep evolving with us. Friend 03070 86000 and answer 0302 758555 and I toll free 0800 100 790. Omni Basic Bank. And your bank be keke. It is not just another bank. Na basa otonia ma bi ejatimi to money ye niam ye inflammable and I say me kan what's your plant manufacturing plant kese pa sabi sika de ebia kom bia Omni Basic Bank of Wabwa ama watimi ahye wadwuma say aviation say oil and gas na o hwe say adwuma no betimi anyini na mfaso abaso no eja enso se wom na eja nso so de o ma ne homne so a wo mbu hwe or a good servant there na nso betimi a bad master na Oja esi ewiase obia wa ne master eja nso wa ne master eja ne master ye aqueous film foaming foam compound ye AFF eja master ewiase obia wa ne master eja nso master yewra kabori anata ye kabori foam compound technologies ana womo akofaba ye aqueous film foaming foam compound AFFF entino eja master eno edum jakrama eja ewu se fun ya ontimi ma ne hom no so bio ya nam abefo kwan so ene sede yesisisa niema muma ye krabehwe innovativeness and the state of the art facility ewo nsawam adwagiri the best foam that is environmentally friendly ye de ahuro srongo e de dumja odumja fo agiatum ye the second generational technology and ye de make will be aware I say Ghana Standards Authority agiatum na Ghana National Fire Service so agiatum say aboa wo modumam ana EPA na fe Nigeria Standard Organization so agien atum our key clients omo ani omo din sawo pa Ghana National Fire Service omo bo ayami etiminya atumi a ye de ye no omo say ye ho amunim say eja ho adwuma ane ye na Nigeria for enso so Federal Fire Service and afi bulk oil storage and transportation limited here boast and so ye no mudi dwuma we power authority so ye no mudi dwuma pacho abani say minim so nya nhwehwemu a obeye ana say obekwa akobu se media mini problem because me ntonya braso de e wo medwaso ntimi tumira me kiresie kaborifoam.com website kabori spelled KABOREFOAM.com info at kaborifoam.com info info at on the day sa at binu ina na ya pe bia fa na pampam no ene kaborifoam.com oko enti bomoden jade a ya won master e wa ha RSM Coffee Dolosin e wa na me ba na ba boys nsusu was it budget back anu ye bibiri budget back
atofo sen baako bibiri was atofo sen kwa na be budget presentation na former finance minister aye the meme car popo presser owie ye na nenso ma ye presser nipa bebere na iya no
enom ni ade well so said the obinsu betimi afan say what it means then is that the MPP truly has the men they have the men
is it the MPP or the NDC?
The NPP said they have the men so much share juma men no and the women they have the men and the women and no much chim e de ama wo mo what I say so they have the men and the women.
Okay, and the friend say they have the men and the women for Nchechemu.
But still budget back on Nchechemu baby. Okay, so young corner young koya nim yen toto so ni yanko mo ase na fata but samba akonso so a e wo ho no se Felix kwacho fosu enso so a ono ana okasa church government business mu enom ne ade enso so de nchiremu aba ensem bi no ono abokojo opon kroma erezi ye ene de Sir Gideon Boakon e Dr. Gideon Boakon wo mo ekae woba aba be yiye no nso so anomenim se ye koya anim no ensem odi eyi ano no ono nso so e de beba abonten ye hwe animu se ye na ka ama waje pene de nanso bomb modern and Sabacano Kojo is likely to join us on Zoom. Na Yenno Edin Comono Church with the son by an umber portal no because and rum there back Yanso so Yedim Kojon medical catchers and when it comes to figures he understands them and I think so government business in Susono Church be more NSA and Yenno be and Como on Zoom, all things being equal. Ceteris paribus. All other things held constant. Kofi?
Pato. Namiandaruma.
Throwback is Throwback Thursday. Throwback Thursday. Nti na chese de ewumu eno no. Ene Thursday ninua pa ene e friend is
Efiada.
Efiada nso so ene yese and on Kwan says, oh, court, cranny, that's a case needs to die. We say Fridays, also say Friday, as in Friday, time bay, so free bear 5 calls, oh, catch it. Friday, so there.
And I'm going to make crowd the minimum could be so above 5 o'clock. Young, only be near some, I am funny say, was I dare change BCC.
Kofi, Nipa me and Sambia, me boo more Ghana, if we say, one more, you see, who said, Udin Como, I for my one. Ubo tim canopia, and on quantity solve a problem. One more can normally be a back here. We say, hi, any say, Bako, your friend Franklin Kujo. Yeah, Imani Africa for president. Say, or can't some 2 million no actually we ye anything no can no actually see. We ye say near Quacanesi. Could be bent so, Imani Africa, a co-president, and I don't know, say, or not so. That's so no so that's your president. My Imani is it Imani Ghana or something? Imani for normal presidency, no, you're interesting. But whatever it is, whatever it is, he's also another credible person. And I feel Musa Dankwa has also standing out in Kankafa elections. In Samoa, Okeka in the Juma or appear. So which means that when it comes to say Yankfa empirical evidence. Enya Juma wokwa untimi nsen Musa Dankwa ho ewo Ghana ha say because wa ye de ebema obegina brame he stands out when it comes to issues like this. Dear ntina mebobɔ mpanifo idin Yewra George Akufu Dampare, Dr. George Akufu Dampare, Inspector General of Police. Inspector General of Police Juma Waye ewo Ghana Maimuha. There be I can't want some of us. Yeah, said the Encrofosi Juma, not in Sunsan City on several occasions. Me no opportunity be an answer, Ora, your friend is saying, Akufu Dampare, ne wasem a basse pe. I say the things I hear people say about him, and I also say the things I've observed about him. Enya me wanwa se mpanifo ya mabubo mudin susu no wo mu hunu no se oye obi a ono susu sebin preduasa obo ne ho modern. Get into the street, Cecilia Ameno Kasai, and ask about your friend is saying, Inspector General of Police, Era George Akufu Dampare. Ubehu nsemu Crawford ebe kan fa no sebin preduasa obia ewo ne nanso so no ubusa Ghana fo a nsem a wo moka edefa George Akufu Dampare ehon ese Inspector General of Police ne performance time bia no Crawford kan sempa edefa no ama anase in most cases Crawford kan sempa efa no ntino meti se ene obi te se Yewura Musa Dankwa ya ono wa stand out ya wa kire se sebin preduasa se yenyina asem so nka asem yemfa evidence very empirical evidence enin komo Musa Dankwa has distinguished himself. He has something to say about Yewura George Akufu Dampare in fact ono no sebin preduasa so on tenase emonitirim enka or sing Crawford say no actually or 2 mira no actually so open yam akwaba
meje so
na unamu boko there
or they are chair
where there you cut straight to the point wajawo na ya na onimre na onso so ompento ato api wa unsem there we cut straight to the point ya te say what can bibi and answer what the bibi adi e de kire Omampani as fa Yewura George Akufu Dampare ehon de di kan why adwuma bi efa ne ho ana se ne so abamfa so ama Ghana police ne Ghana ana se ne so mamfa so why adwuma bi sa
you me that say Bopeni in the run up to the 2024 elections and I surveys on the confidence of the police service. I think April, July, and October. And on those occasions, besides the level of confidence people have in the police, and then also we did another one, confidence they have in the IGP himself. Or share the survey at the time now. was clearly majority of Ghanaians had confidence in the police. And that confidence in the police emanated from the confidence they had in the IG.
Wow.
Obekaya, time the police inquiry, I mean the parliamentary inquiry about the alleged leak tape visa. That time I take the survey on the IGP himself. Here, 61% of Ghanaian voters had confidence in him. Overwhelming endorsement when it comes to the IGP himself.
61%.
Yes. We were even planning to ask the same question again in the next poll, which will start in the next 2 weeks or so. Whether they still have confidence in him and whether they are happy with the way he handled himself during the election 2024. So to hear say he's going to be chopped, Tele, for me, whoever is appointing and disappointing must watch the public sentiment. And then politics sometimes you have to listen to the people because the voice of the people is the voice of God.
Okay, so these same people, yeah, one more tuaba, Edema, John Dramani Mahama, National Democratic Congress, overwhelmingly, 62% and over 62%. Edgy, more than percentage of Mampani they win elections, edgy IGP nip the police AD. Is that what can we say that?
They have trust in the IGP. In fact, we hear the trust in the police service now slightly lower than the trust in the IGP. IGP is doing far ahead of the Ghana Police Service.
Then it means when I was a president and I appoint no Etieno.
I think he has the data. If he wants to please Ghanaians, he knows what to do. But if he wants to please other people or himself, he knows what to do. We have just reminded him of the data that we published. We're just resharing it again. Because sometimes, you see, when you are riding high in public opinion, it takes a small mistake on your part for you to begin to unravel your popularity.
I'm going to ask you a question. Sometimes you don't want to answer some of those questions, but I'll ask anyway. I say, Adwene Kasa, because obvious this current administration is basking in some kind of a friend is saying goodwill be a free a man for her. Say Ekobani say, and obviously if something like that happens, that he's chopped to say the okay, what will mean is that Nipa no goodwill no emanating from no may not be happy. Can we say that?
Yes. That is true. Because Ghana was a manage and they're happy with the way he's doing his work. I mean, for you to remove him, you must make a strong case. You must tell them what the man has done so that they will be convinced. And yes, sir, I think there will be a public backlash.
And as if the president won a prerogative into he doesn't really owe explanation to the people. But here is the case: he is heading the executive. Somebody is managing our police service for us. Yeah, and we have GDA in the person who is managing the police service. In plus some other people, rather than Seba.
In my view, I mean, if you want to have the public behind you, then you must be concerned about their views. And indeed, nobody is perfect. I don't know what they have to make a case for his removal. But we don't know, and he doesn't need to tell us as Ghanaians. But it's also our duty as posters to show him the numbers. We're not saying he should not fire him, but these are the numbers.
Are we in a good position? Any position to tell whether or to hazard how injurious it will be if the IGP is axed?
No, that one I can't tell. I only measure public opinion. I haven't measured it right now to see how they will react for me to say that this is what the public will do or will say. But as somebody who listens to people on the ground, I can tell you for a fact that it will not be good for his reputation, for his approval rating.
It will not be good for the approval rating of the president.
Yes.
Wow. What can be said? Nyankopon Adwene and it's when him said you were going to do another poll. Obey still Anna.
Yes, whether he is sacked or not, we will still ask the question. If by the time we get to the field is not sacked, we will ask them whether they believe he should be sacked or he should not be sacked. If at the time we go, he's being sacked, we ask them whether they approve of his sacking or disapprove.
Our plans and smooth so say because a bit me about say Georgia Kufuri Dampare Peno. But then there is some other person. There is some other person so be our police service no more. Yesusu say a kase ye dini basis so abi or no so no nipa ne be kase. Although Akufu Dampare is nipa e peno. Nipa win so o de ne ba or no so betimi a perform to so no and even better. Wo plan say obe check bibi sa anso amai.
No, we don't want to speculate names.
Okay.
Yeah, say corner Omasaki will be a number point will be we'll ask.
A certain name has been thrown in.
No, we don't want to use that to create a competition between anyway. I think those who are appointing or disappointing can do their own survey. But yeah, they say IGP or Hona and Pamunoa. Say, should he be sacked or he should be left to do his work?
All right.
Say, Drew Hona, almost sacking no normal for people say two questions: do they approve the sacking of the IGP and do they approve the new one that has been appointed? Yes or no?
But as far as you're concerned, and I say per the data I want current data no. Unyi say also be a hand no so didn't say kokan be a.
No, I'm not making that. I'm saying, say, Dampare has the confidence of the people.
All right. Era, Musa Dankwa, Yanko Ponshao. Nano so unya miss call free. Minua katache free for her. Minim say, what in the miss call? No,
minty.
Who the miss call? No.
David, sending mom and minty.
Anyway, but the Kaiser Kai Panis so you'll be a booper. The Akano message them on our way.
Mate.
Yanko Ponsha so needing come on. All right. Kofi, Era Musadan Kwasima Waka. I don't know. Yeah. Kofi said these things make us comfortable. These days, we say Obi to say Musadan Kwa Ghana Statistical Service. On them channel. On my data, yeah, it's Nasia. We are able to analyze. You get something to speak to. You understand? We've been conjecturing for far too long. A boy trim near can't say, near can't say, near can't say. Kofi and Noah and I'm in Freebirds at 2 a.m. I read some documents be far galamsey who any a friend is saying a Jumabia group will be aye. What's them say? And after reading about 16 pages of that document, no, Metina say I dear bakwa me dwen ho ne say obi betimi abonitrim aka se Kofi Dolos me apam na free original and as Ignite Media. Now obetimi anya adaje. Atwa minus sama na make sense.
And if you more,
Chese obetimi anya adaje no akase. And I also read something, na Manasseh Azuri. Nso so atwero de afa Jospon no. Or the free 2012 asemo your friend saying His Excellency the current president, the then President John Dramani Mahama, no na president say eka edify yura your friend saying Joseph Siao Japan. Asemo also kind say presidency say or kind state of the nation address we are first person or baho a trend say president we so can say now betimi say implement it side we am say and most of the times no yeah at the one man it me MPP for by and so no he worked with them NDC ba na no yen so no or the picture be crab to her na era Sian Japan e shatade a e kire say or support 24-hour economy. Now, it sounded somehow sarcastic. I said, well, yeah, sure more. Oh, who the channel? The American said, it looked like, say, Manasseh Adwene Azuri, Opa, Jesus Christ, Emra non fan in Santo, your friend is saying, Sian Japan, Ekomu, and I saw pa, Sian Japan pa, Uncle River Jordan mu, yen resurrected John the Baptist. No more na su ewo ja obani susun kunkun se kwaya adwuma o Ghana na eni bi ntiam firi soro na buburo mesi ne konso se we ni nipa mayi ni so obeboa Ghana wo ye dan Manasseh benya adebone pa na dwen no afase o Japan. Until now, after reading what he wrote, I said, you know, these people are also omunso yo amadwuma. What did the China say? I was say omususu yo amadwuma until there is nothing you can say about them. We are there they are person or trop because bibia ni ho a kire say bibia ni ho a kire say Manasseh Adwene Azuri obe person obe try the papa biafa Jospon group ho da biarada opa ye ne dan bibia ntimi sisa akwa te say nyankopon ene bonsam bibia no anyankopon be kan fa bonsam ho ye papa ana bonsam be kan fa nyankopon ho o hwa asade no say akwai say wasoe se onti obia dan a onka bibipa bia emfa fa sen Japan nti no ma he ne say nti bia me bia imagine say number me kan nyina ne say amanfo nyai no hwe aban bia baban mu a administration bia the biggest burden unemployment. The biggest burden unemployment. Kofi yetu nyina ye pese ye nyini ne ye tre e de fa Africa nyina. Sia Japan ne Jospon group ne Zoom Lion ne ada adwuma Jospon group adwuma hodo bom modern se sade no mbeto akoso ayama na tre free Ghana nyina. An individual has won se kwan bia so obekan sem body e de afa papa no ene na adwuma ho. Obia ni ho obetimi asesa Manasseh Adwene Azuri na dwen afa ho. The honors is on Japan ni Jospon group ni omo ye ese ombeto akoso aye niema ebema wo mo niema papa be outweigh the enkoye sabi ana me hunu wo dampare di mu kofu pa ye ewiase you will get people who will not have something good to say about
you. But penifo wa sembi omoka se wo de kashen kodu sasem no emudu pa penifo wa sembi omoka sa se wo de kashen kodu se yase ye di sasem no eto apaso ne ya biebie mu ayasem kese nti de memeti maka ne se obi bia oye na ade bia no on kashen no kweden enkodu me se anwum ba ko ame emre bi na afire ma hunu se no ye eye gospel song eye akwesi ampofo agenwum o se oye papa
oye fa oye onia oye fa. If you do good you do for yourself, if you do bad you do for yourself.
And the air can you na and say pato.
Coffee,
Papa, Ofo, coffee, Oshawen, Ofo. Nti the air cano was as if shooting in an answer home. A better say Ubas as you wait so no. Ubeja a legacy, I bet you say buy no ube better than a lot of people. Ebeye papa me pese me fi asase we so no ye be kasa brante bi ba asase we so na friend Kofi do oba ye ade we no ye de boa humanity ade we no de boa asase we a yati so just pon ba ye o si efin hanipa sa polity ni ade na ese asase na asase no so ye hia de adua no ba ni ade e konsuo mu a epo enti ye climate agenda na papa ne de ba ye. He's doing his part. Ultimately, perfect. Yes, Christo grabas as his grano. Near so girlfriend.
I'm married, Magadin.
Yeah.
A big crasher or no call.
Very good. I'm on for canning. What I say?
Madeline.
And to pa.
You can't treat Madeline.
Oh, okay.
Madeline.
And to po.
I'm a farmer can Madeline.
Aha.
Yeah, I call Ginger secondary school. Madeline.
And to know the woman is a bateau. Yen nim meminim de dampare aye me dampare be na agi me say me share no once and no share news editors and abato me ko bie and komo no ni edi ye and that's it me hu no biom de akoso nyina ye de me hu de mete and de me experience e wo Ghana ha na metime di hu adanse enti me de me hu no me so me ye nipa me process de akoso no nyina wo mitirim na me de atunseni ani ehu se ye papa na se enye papa enti anya me nko na me hu amanfo nso ehu na omoka enti wo de wa wo se enye papa no ka hye nkodu wa na wa bam na afo se papa no mo mpe no mo pe mo amu nipa aya no na ebetima abo am agenda muso mo nka hye nkodu we all one day ye be wie na ye de niam ni nyina egu nseni ani wo bisa hu se nti dwumadi a medie na no na me ni papa bi di nkomo si Kofi my year public service 51 years 51 years my public service ya no meje ma home te meje ma home no afa ni ede din we be for me se me to me so me process de ma ye ni nti se me ye papa me minim me she me closet mu minim se me ye boni nso a minim ana sa ne ma na ma ye ni nyina nso no eso aketu ya da ho de ma ye
I'm chirima be hunu.
I'm telling you and why the rush se chinchina wo na obekọ ko trase atwere ho krata na wo nim krata e betwa fa ho daate wo de uti be boduam wo de na ye betwa ma wo no wo be kan krata no na de uti aboduam so na wo refi de wudua ye no abana wudua ye no so politics na ye no ayosum wo ba wiase we say wo ba besom ye say si enya nipa papa bebre organa hanga bato ba bi eduro nya ni o be say nipa bonifo dross nti ne ye bre no nti so obi ba na ye hu one seed baako se o ye baba o germinate a ye nyina ye bebua na ye piano no ehisem a ye de ti kroma ne ho ye mehi ade ono nko a na onim nyansa enso bra na ono ehye no closet mu nyame yi kire ne se fanise bebua Ghana no na bia wo wada anase ne enwo anase no wadwene nruwo but how many people would think like this
Kofi no kra wo mu ne se
ade a beba ye nkenko a
ade a obi ye ya ehete wo no de o se wotena se adwen ho ene se nipa dodo sen ene hete o mo apart from wo ana nipa o mo no odwen sen dodo sen ana nipa kro no ade no oye no ehete o mo ebia na you are in the minority bia momo ka ho bi no man no ebo obi a oye ade bia emwa bia no nipa papa bia tutu anamon bia na namon no a wo tutu no ekotia nipa bone ana wiase nso no it is nya nipa bone nko ana nya nipa papa nko ana tim eye dan ya nipa bone bi nso so ewo eti nipa papa anamon se wo nanamon no etia nipa bone anamon a eye dan ya nipa bone anamon nipa bone be sorry nipa bone bi no so ni mo masem ka etia nipa papa bi no mpo
pato ano na wa master over the years osuan ho ade and one master enti osori a o de pato gina ho a da bi wo nanso no obe maximize no
Obe biem.
Aha.
Netre.
Natre. Na ma obi. Na wonipa ban ni usu na nyame de bo de ba ya no na edi weni ma de ye papa kono. Ohun eno no wakata no. And I make us a but me say na me besa be ha me biom because me nim say me dem from so bia maye aha manfo nyina no obi nso di bi be ye me because emre bi me outwit me news editor aha e wo sika
emre bi wo ye me bibi
that dey ona akere me ona akere say o connect see
ye say na o ya
no na me so
ye ni say
me say okay to say na me ye ni say ba wo ni say my no dodo
ana me susu mi nya o no okay ni enyina o ya da kure be si afo e o say afo ansa na ewu
ejiri bato de ye nyina ni so hom sa nkrofo no mo ye sa de ni nyina no me manan ha me because ene former president Kufuor otifio ye kono ho ne akwaje efutuo no ene ade na ka ye hwe nim se President Rawlings beti ase but obey former president amanfo ko oni amanfo di nkomo ko dwumedi ase o share experience ne ade but the kan kwa ofie ne unyame a na niam a ekoso wo abrabodu mu na ubu nkompon hwe wechi sa reality ne wo ho wa hotimi ko hye kukom ye ade bi na wa utimi za de we de manye ne ye sa ya ode na ewo mu no sa de ne timi ya o ya ma wa ko betima ya ohu bibi and people go through sa niam ne nyina entiranye se enene de memanya power enti mayan kira ne bibi kakra wetiwa tepi obia na ye kan obia boga beba na bibi wa ba mu na bibi wa ba mu nia ya kan se Ghana force say no motwi omoni ene atofo sin ye ne budget wie ye no nipa able people knowledgeable people be for
and no ma be chire
mu I should tell you say emre dane
Kofi ade ba konsoso apart from say nipa mienu mpanifo mienu ya more son enemies so my omadwe say kwan bi ombefa so omde anwea bi go omgari ombefa so there is one other person okay
me twa no na ka make say me kura dem kaminyaya dampare ene jospon omunyi omani ka dampare na hanu kura
na unse say nipa mienu ni nyina no mpempi nkrofo na ka o masem
there's omun kasa
nkasa ya o madin
say omun tonko so omun ye omo papa na omo ye na
the papa no should always outweigh
I'm telling you
boni no because nipa ye denya obewo onanso
because pato na no na sofu bi ka chere me say emre bi Pentecost fo na mo ye mebunu no mo ye o madin so omo de mpaibo ebe ya ade to bi nkoka ho just for count oboba ku bi din so say KJC o say
dem on no kuma ase no ono so minim so
Pentecost ni no mo ye Pentecost mrantie na maba o ma ye o madwen say omo pe a different in society nti nyame mo om nti omo de mpa bo nyame bompa nyame ebie kwan mom nti na ne baby o mo
entino sa nkofo no so ono omo dili dampare nso Pentecost ni ni say one hwe ye na sa odo nsa koka no a o ka say me pani bi ye made bi na me ka say nyam betua ne kam papa so otwa mo Yesu di me bi sa no say on side and no me side or say the fact say me ni say nipa no problem no and say nyankopon so no problem na nyankopon say o sie na de ne say mpempi sa nkofo no wo waya wadwen say o pe bibia to abo no na nyankopon atam nipa de dasi ne na so na odoji na kobo nyankopon na abehunu de tuam
enti de wo ye nim nipa kro nipa na woni ne ye no wonnim de ta nechi ebi ono na nyankopon eni a wode ne nam ena o ye bibi to better the lot no ye nyankopon so na koma so ade pa because mobrofo nyankan hunsia ne sankrofo no na eye sankrofo na ye sese obo omo a na che se wo de
afem nyankopon de ohunu mobro hunufo mobo no wo de fem
ntino sese ni pei wono hu sa mobrofo no mobo nyankopon de
wo de afem mo wo fintino de aye no oye no more ni amano more piafo
because pato
anyasa
said the kroma no yetimi tinase ye ya adwen say okay we ye be say no we ye be yi na free ho no chale e wo ho en sankrofo no mo ye sa no hu omo ahun obeka so omo ye nyame because omo ye very very innocent And almost show mukukum and almost pia manfo ye pia to oh smart wouldn't match sa proposal ni sa money me research ni me ya no afa no be na kwala now so aga so I am a godfather no the would this adwuma no entimoto no you su no or they say a manfo da anya sa nkrofo no ko nkrofo madache nkrofo shebre se manfo botom na wo say sa shebre na you think say nyankopon de bechew ti na me say yenje ni nyina mu na momu nyini obia omu nipa enko
no be share somebody
say trabre ni do simple when you say be
0200854255 obetimi abadwumade no so na so do adwenkyere aba ba bia ye di nkomo ya koduru so fa yura akufu dampare mpanimfo a wo mo ekire se sebin preduasa nyankopon ni mu ni adwuma a wabɔ no ntonko so emo the fact that your data ekire nkrofo confident oni mu ene de nkrofo nso so adwen efa ho no yankoni encoding command from patrol din for kwa free
Femi David Agbalanyo Kasa fi Oman George no pato
Mr. David Agbalanyo
oh pato apomo kode
yankopon adaroma e ho den
yo edase IGP dampare sometimes anu an eye na ashamu no eye ho Ghana because obinumu ya allegation editia no I saw babon timbe kasa because almost say all regions no first no more PRO all regions no kasa ma region no to see no almost say no officer omo nyina riba headquarters enyampa obi anim na no so no wa ba beka bibia no so wa ba beka fi ankyere na almost say botia no assembly so botia no no so mo ka already so but no so wa ba botia beka bibia wa botia it is no so on bra bontin na some on nim no on bra be kan na nyina ye ntie ti ye no ni dem me pena so pa me pena so because we bo adwuma nti on bra bontin on be kan no so na some on nim no so be ka na zoom lion there wa o be ta zoom lion no there nyankopon na be ti oka because nipa no wo di dv no anu ade ni skato cars almost sa wo bola na wo sa kesi no there wo bu na aduabon no benya wo nyami adwuma
yankopon chira papa Mr. David Agbalanyo na unse opani de odue matemante enti no niam no bo ha wanhwe ye ba bonte na bekire mu a na ososo niam binum so enti much as I agree say bia do obi kan say ma wo nka bia ba bonte no ana say nipa no open asem na say ne bibi a oye na person sesam a tu na otufu kana oka na ohwe so betimi asesam a you don't say because of that uncle but you didn't for free
original pato
right from Abuse Okai
original pato
bright from Abuse Okai
nyame enshira mo papa honorable RSM nyame nkamo Dr. Sia Japan papa no modebo awafo ewo oman Ghana we mo no obie ni wa obitinegu ne ni masika demo obia ye na atwe se ofeso se papa na ha ofeso obi ne ni masika afi kwa na omo pija papa no amana ko ne ni because papa no nipa obo omo no edoso nti untimi tina baby anaso obi small na o we waje se obese papa na anaso obegu ne ni masika Debi nyame kura ma sa de lenti afekura na papa no o kosro mo a nyankopon peja no o hwe IGP dan pare media papa no me penasem me nyanka o ye na ejuma ba ni nyame bia e course 2020 election ayeye aye bo amanfo batuo aye kum nipa ebesi ene IGP ewo ye nwuchi na
2020 nanya IGP na no ye dampare na no ye IGP 2020 I think that's answer no say you know say nchiremu na sa se mi so a wo kan na anu ya mampani John Dramani Mahama ba aban so yi o de sa adwuma na hye ne nsa so onye nhwehwemu
nti mi pato ebesi by this time no. They can on to me for report via enquire.
Oni pano or there some man is on any muno or complaining na. What is that your mama? What is that your mama say? Dan parenfa we ma into the nebuofu ana bibi atisa yen twema ode man no o hye ne mere aduru ho ana.
Original party wants us na show.
That be what I am saying is say what I'm saying is say asem dey say ka say ye didi esi na no achi a nka obi a be kai boni bi obi aye no but dey me kire ni say yes your friend say ye reset ya reset Oman Penny John Dramani Mahama oba ye no o say IGP adwuma we so come reset adwuma no hwe na ye mame. Is anybody complaining? Has anybody said IGP is not doing that work?
Okay, so Adwene Kasa.
Enti yan twen say eno no say wantimi anya sa adwuma no a ni agina so de abɔ no kwadu.
Da me fuade o kan so pepepe. Enti me de me nyanka yenja no na onye na adwuma no enkosi say obi be hu fo so bi wo no say Excellency John Dramani Mahama directly so onye si ni wantimi anye amfa mbo man na be be yin afro yin afro me da.
Mentu that's so do adwen by 0200854255. Also so adwen kire and it's empacho odini fa kwa free.
Hello?
Yes sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Tampacho odini fa kwa free.
Tampacho, me did Pastor Eric. I'm because of your grandchildren.
Open it to Wadaroma.
Let's say incoming friend, you share the way I want to about my papa. You share maybe a papa no IGP ni what you do boy. Oh, it never be a way. Now, if we saw one who was in the middle, a coming quack, one jar and on your netuma. Also, your mind because you say, let time about so about retirement. What we have found is, you know, the Christian idea, Nabi Nebu attain. Tell them one way you can say one jar, not on your netuma.
Obania da says also do adventure about 0200854255. Pacho dini fa kwa free. Hello. Hello. Yes sir. Pacho your friend say now free. Yeah, you so.
After me, would be more than more by the wow, I knew to uncle who really making you with the Japan because I could be with my Ghana. What I said, the person to you are. And more the woman for our side and not any other day. So that it was something that I come and say, on my communication, so I say, that big day is not be rating that commander. And so, behind the PM, it has somebody gets a cry. And she said, me, that's from Nano. A central arena, central arena. Not that information. Yeah. So I said, Mama, the beer, the Akoye, never say information, the addition of the another information is meaningful. Not a management, one management, the Akoye, yes, seven. Not my Ganeson. The woman now, no matter somebody. According to former Baptist, yes, in a police form that he had about him now by. If you might do my gun, I'm not sure that you need. Yes, you mean you're educating. The most important boy, I told my baby, you wouldn't never see it. But when it's about to be no beyond stroke, you have to say, you declare it, never be done for you. And yes, nipa de ɔkɔ ɔsibɔ no na wohyɛ no firi nneɛma pass wɔnto so nneɛma yie na biribi anyɛ dɛ ɛyɛ maapɔne dɛ ɛnkɔ yie ɛnom sɛ zoom na yɛ ɔno so ɔbɔ mmaden ɔnkɔ so mma mmaden ɛkɔ so hwɛ africa no africa so ate asɛ afei sɛ nipa de sa ɔmmɔ ntra bi na sɛ mugu no ɔno so pɛ fo ma wa ɛkɔ no na ɔkɔ no nyɛ so ate asɛ wohwɛ kora nkate kam ɛsa ɛbobɔ bobari na adwuma atase ɛde saa kam ɛkɛma because wohwɛ firi no adwuma no a wɔyɛ no sɛ saa de kam ano ne sɛ 25,000 ɔsɛ mpuna amanfo bɛkɔ ne ɛsɛ akaka ɛbɛde ɔkɔ a ɔsɛ na ɔyɛ no kurom afi
that's Ola no na say mu twitwi kakra but say we could strain our ears to listen to what you said. But Jody, and if I quite free.
Me free crash, you from Kosibuchi.
Kwasi etio.
But you misu the next marker say down pale why I mapa but the meeting only say kana ano obi o ejuma pa bia no. No, e bunu bofia. Please do not call to no person con do kun na jumaya ma ji so person mu ni de direct market de ga kasa ti onye gwala onye ne mo manu kiti de ni paro ka ebugu na be ama na nyembre ontunye juma ni jinse opieni anything there go ka fa no
me da sipi se unsusu adwentra ode aba se ni papa bia no mpempi no say oh yeah adwuma na say so be kan de papa atambe onya ana be ye de papa nko de a de ambetimi anya tamfo a ombetimi ahawo ne ma we emu and it's very true anybody there say o say obe disrupt status quo that is what happens to you say obe jaima business as usual akoso oh everybody is shopping obi ani age e wo de oyemu on them channel. People are also saying na nebinum so asore say na owura papa ya no minerals commission penny Martin isi but Martin isi oh omunyini fru ade no no de odaso ho enom ni ade yewrade nyankopon somebody has been around why adwuma why sa adwuma yi sa over 20 years. Why mra? Yemfo obi wa homa no so na yemfa last caller. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, sir. Pacho your last caller.
Pacho me dey Apostle Mate.
Apostle yetio.
Me Pacho me person me contribute to the program na.
Wada Roma Apostle yetio.
Oh say Ghana hano so. Ghana hano politics no mo ye no. Masa obi apede nipa wo. Yempe obi a me fa say excuse me to show NPP mu no ya ade pa no onim amamu what you say NDC ba on fa da but the make another say on fa da intino say wo mo ba obi apedi nipa ama on na baba ye adwuma so onimu enam so eni nipa nto de na baba shawo intino ma Ghana ye nkoye nim but the make another say
pa
don pale so wa ye adwuma 2020 no 2024 so aye djuma papa ana me boa
papa
insu sense ke be maintain no wo mo so ko form nipa so ma promise no so ye IGP wa be hye ho it wo ye dey o wo ye tumu no ne betere nya pe ye be pam
na sa Ghana no na se mpo de ye ye reset na ye reseta
oh o ye nipa na ode na no aka asemu
asemu
na no aka asemu enti se kamamwe ye fa wo mo a wo mu nim adwuma o ye CPP ni o ye IPP ni o ye WPP ni o no ni mamamwo no a ye se ye research ya ni akofro no so ba be hye na research na ye research papa na se ni research ye select ye nkofo nko so onim o ye ni penti de no ba hye ho enti wo di he dampali asema me no kai o ye dai one betene nya pe ye be yi na firi ho on be na firi ho do mu nipa abahye ho ana magana yanko yanim
yeah say we be exception na Jaja senka papanka se apostle den ka do ano ka sempa na yehu ana.
Oh, you need cast and body you. You meet let me say.
What's one coordinate better ya pet?
What do you know?
Until for ano ka declare and decree. Declare and decree. Baba,
they say you me chasing you know. One more your master so man there that so move in a free.
Until declare and decree say nyamete asiensi.
Oh, he may second year king and the sign papa when the year pill.
Ah, okay.
And so never say what will your policies in Tino San over Yan. Hey. What you want to say?
Baba say I will shout so bad.
I wish also.
All right, go be another. That thing, it be so easy. Be so easy. But and this part there, we are said there. Sebin Predrasa. Why watching say, oh, dear Bonia now be oh, yeah, papa, oh, yeah, fat. Why watching say, Papa and Swan be and also so. I want Kasa wasem. And Benetene. We are Bonia, we are fat. Yes, Wara. If you do good, you do for yourself. If you do bad, you do for yourself.
It's a bono.
If you do good, you do for yourself. If you do bad, you do for yourself. You have conscience. What you are that with him? Yankopa ma talent. Se fire dey bet me aboa. Wo beba bebu ho akonta. Wo dey Sebin Predrasa wani a wo fechire no. Ehuna de bada. Very young, talented man. Young man. The obey and say, oh, dear, Obi, Ajuma, or ye, dear, what shall say, or no idea, or ya, or they poor at the sano. And no, now they will feel baby by the Oba Bato and nip the Oba, oh, dear, the obey and Nipano, the Oba Chino, Quana, Juma, Guanqua, and Abbey.
And you're no answer, Sadiano, and benefitina. You think Granny Bezier, if I benefitable. That is it.
Because I like that young man, Manasseh. I like him so much when or Kratane da 100%, sorry.
Yeah.
What did the amateur say? But Charlie was our craft, no. Was our Chediaduma Chediano. That's how the yard, and that's how the what Jane said. The other young one said, oh, the best say, oh, Papa Bia or no, what born empire man, Yanko Pontier, ya, why in the Jumadia. And some burning one who hey,
but
I ask them all. And you see, we are there, Ubenyan Crawford, Moon and Beadry. Just out there, you open the one and say, and a Jospo, over penna, pet, Jospo. But I say, you can be useful in so many ways. Then they are talk away. What quan could baby? And consider bang.
Agenda.
Yamia Chawa, dear, would take
everyday agenda. Everyday agenda. And oh, everyday agenda.
If me catch yourself, me headmaster academic. Anna, time be a time I'm more secondary school. Time be a me for born me bar. Obusami and matchim. Omo mbebo am charge no kra no nyo omo mbe obebo omo ento he ya no no ade na ni chiche o te ya no za ko we also no wo he akọ so onye akra papa enti me ya bone bi o no omo de ba omo bi wi ansa no obusam say
onto wo chirem
ma because me u jam say me chirem ma chirem ama and then your friend say
you cry
it shouldn't be like that. You shouldn't be like that. Don't do like that. Because we are fine journalists. I mean, you do a lot of things, sir. But I said, only phobia against the man. Ever since that man, you have never looked at the brighter side of Papano and any company. And I said, this thing, That's
it.
And Tanya, we are in somewhere, and Papa, there be answer, and I'm the son of one Sakomano. They are we. Quan Ben a fast man crofobin Sakomano. And I say, no, I be a Juma for Fro, okay, we are not Juma for Fraba, then Crofaqua, no one cannot say, not Juma for Fraba, then Crofaqua, no, they are we, the dear neighbor. Ah, Ade. Edeban cry, them, Deban qua.
So, Chroma, the Oyens and training, no, but oh, agenda. One chew be a bosswa, Unyeska, one chew be a bosswa, ye mouth dying, ye mouth car. One chew be a bosswa, was a young pejaka craving for months. So that is the no. But enemy can say, Ube pese, Ube dear chire sa John, no wako. Na a chire no. Ube pese, Ube chiremu na unyan chiremu for, and a unyet for. And now I say, Ube Jenny the entire Oba assassin way so. Need the entire Yankupo more fast than to tell Marco do. Ube Jenny home, a 2 1 more, I'm obeying our son fast walk. Maybe that is how I think. The
book of Manasseh, chapter 1, verse 1. Na Jospon group apinisie mu na menya mahurisie. Oviana ne homra.
Na Berman garden na on
na apinisie mu na Jospon group ne.
Adenti na oye Berman. Tina kroma na ye wadwuma. Na kwatena mantwa baabi na wo to Boba Park no so. But
na Jospon group ne sia Japan amani hunu ne na pinisie mu na menya mahurisie. Meba sese a.
Excuse me, sir.
Hello.
Please, next time, can you put it in a dustbin?
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, I'll not do that again.
Okay.
Thank you.
Girl, how are you? I've really missed you.
I've missed
Look at how
you
she's
too.
looking so fabulous.
I know, right?
Thank you. Auntie Naya.
Yes, dear.
Uncle Kofi.
Yes, dear.
All you've been teaching me about sanitation, I've been teaching my friends at school, and it has been absolutely great.
Really? Wow.
That's a great impact you're making now.
Sure. Keep it up, girl.
Okay.
Sure.
Auntie Naya.
Yes, dear.
I need to tell you something.
Go ahead.
If we want to be successful as a people, we need to be aware of the importance of sanitation.
That's true.
That's true. You're right, Amma. You're right. That's true. Naya, do you know sanitation is so important and crucial in our society?
Yes, Kofi, and I thank God for K Sanitation IQ, which you can also just say KSIQ. It's an important show that you don't need to miss it.
Kids Sanitation IQ. That's a great show. I understand the show has been designed for the kids to educate the public on some special sanitation categories.
I know, right? And I learned they will also educate the public on sanitation for environmental and community development.
I also understand they would educate the public on sanitation for educational development.
Wow.
Yeah.
Education, you say?
Oh, God.
Wow.
Right.
It is amazing. They also have sanitation for health development.
Oh, health
and
development.
Sanitation for corporate.
Corporate and health, Nana.
Don't play.
This one will intrigue you. I understand this kids will educate the public on sanitation that benefits the needy.
The
Isn't
needy,
it
you
amazing?
say?
Absolutely.
Wow.
It's amazing.
It is amazing.
Oh, God.
Don't miss this
You
show.
don't have to miss the Kids Sanitation IQ show.
To participate in this contest, please call 0209 300 300, 0209 300 300 for an audition. Don't miss the KSIQ show. Be there.
Original 91.9 FM on your radio. So, yes, I'm Wakwaba Bio, original 91.9 FM. I think so. Original television. So, yeah, live. And yeah, Yawada Stronko, 13th of March 2025. Yeah, share Saturday at the Atoho as every second Thursday of every March. Second Thursday of March, Biano. Yeah, na a World Kidney Day. World Kidney Day. Me kwa ba nma be cho afi botaya yegina so di World Kidney Day. Ni ahwe ye kidney ni dwumadi a edi wo ni padua mu ni die nti a wo se ye hwe na ye hwe ni ye. Ba men ka wo se eja ne master. Men kan cho se eja ne master ankasa ene AFFF aqueous film foaming foam compound AFFF ya eno edumuja ebreja anu ase emaja buade entino na chese me ka wo se Kabori foam compound technologies adaroma womo ewo state of the art company a womo besi ewo nsa womo do agiri ewo important haya bombaden say onom bedin sa wo sonkanka mo a mo ye ja ho adwuma more manufacturing plants ahodo companies akese mining sectors and aviation centers ahodo mo modern say oil and gas for mo modern say mo benya sa product bi na womo asheda na mabefo kwanso na memra kwanso aye besi sa state of the art company ya ede nam second generational technologies so ana yede eboa ede product ya AFFF ya yede edumja eja master AFF eja master for 0244 5140 48 0244 5140 48 and 02488 5288 afe email info@kaborifoam.com website kaborifoam.com Ghana Standard Authority Ajatum Sanso and Nigeria Standard Organization EPA for enyina Ajatum your client pa any Ghana National Fire Service Nigeria Federal Fire Service bulk oil storage and transportation limited both and a Bui Power Authority Eja Master any AFF Bacho o bank nso any Omini Basic Bank Omni Basic Bank. That's your coolest and your fastest growing bank. Yasisa your tagline. Yasisa your fina yedi. Tuka Omni Basic Bank. Asama ya can say. Not just another bank. Not just another bank. O de betri mwa. Enya bank biya beka hon keke. Ye juma ebri biya. Ye jejo so. Ye ma hu se. Usika krabia obetimi de usika ba beto amu asuma jo. Ene Omni Basic Bank. Sebin predriasa. Ono ene contrumfi. Ya odo ho bonu a ukotokro enkasoro de biarada. Omni Basic Bank. Emao extraordinary enije banking mu asantehine, banking mu ga manche, banking mu original TV, banking mu original FM. And say emu ensem no. Evolve with us. Friend 0307086,000 and 03027585555. Omni Basic Bank. Not just another bank. Not just another bank. Not just another bank means enya bank fufuro bi keke. Enti no nature say open bank pa ne omodi sa so a eno ne Omni Basic Bank. I feel no abeka enwa we are live on Original TV and I feel Original 91.9 FM. Adwene Kasa dwumadi no eso eno aso egoi. Kofi medical catcher say ene world okay so international the kidney eda stronko medical catcher o ma tia say that stronko yeah say that idea bia said you say every March biano every year March biano second Thursday and ye edisa eda stronko yemmo yanko na yene doctor we afe Akenting eni nkomo emusa ne se kidney kra no ono ne fancy awaje ya dabia na kidney enen na kidney china na kidney kra no de ben na ye anase enye na se ne ho odin a ekire se ne ho nye den a ekire se ya sunso no so na oberhe ana we na den china na dialysis den kidney kra ne den doctor we afa ketem akwaba
oh hina mejo so
na ona mu boko
de na so ayiko
ya doc na yen kan ko kidney
sa
afi you say the yedi ed and say or is your kidney okay o kidney no bibia kama na afi so hwe say bibia ube detecting in them or say the team is that is are your kidneys okay? Detect early, protect kidney health.
Protect.
All right. Doc, kidney dear benya.
Yo. Medase. Na mechia wati fu amafo nyina original. Obi a otie no hwe. Mechia obi bia ama obi akwa aba. Kidney pe ene ade a woni padue mu a de atoto beans ehun. Na ni shape ese beans nti ye fre no sawa se ne ewo adua sawa se ye ta wo se me ko di gobe adua sawa ana obi kan adua sawa na ni shape ti se beans ewo ye sisi na chi ye to soro ho kakra bi benkum ni nifa na eye mienu na dwumadi odi ni se ni odi kan no ensuo ni enuane nuro akọ mu no obesone so na wayi ni ese fata no de ama nipadua na ne yense fata no de adane jonso na biemu nso osan boa esone moja so ema moja eye projen edema akoma etimi bo na ne ma bi ebi ti se protein ewo nipadua mu nso no obehwe na ne ehun hia no wayi ato agu se ne enkoka omu ema ebe duru baabi no protein no kodozo mpo ama odunso nkopu ahuro ebiem kidney no eboa wo mre wadi bribia mpo awuduro mpo wom ana bibia emwe nipadua no se be adeso ama no daache no oyi etugu edane jonso ono nso no oso ne jonso so se kidney enipa oba jonso o kidney ena ema Johnson ade a friend say Johnson so anu munsuo na wokọ Johnson to agu kidney na form Johnson enu nti ne dwumadie a wodi no so papa so obeso ne moja so obema Johnson adane Johnson na yi fi afri ni padua nim enu nti no yeko school no na eta aka sem bi say soil nutrient yes nitrogen phosphorus and potassium a great teacher now abɛkyerɛ adeɛ no aka saa nitrogen ne phosphorus ne potassium yi no sɛ wohwɛ na woyɛ kidney test a wobɛhu sɛ results ne bɛba no na woahu sɛ potassium ɛwɔ ebi a 5.2 anaa ɛwɔ 3.8 afei ɛno no kidney no ɛho ne yɛkyɛke no o wo saa kyɛke kidney no a wobɛhu sɛ woahu sɛ wo magnesium na ɛno nso ɛhyo wonkyene a wodi sɛ wonkyene wobɛkɔ dwonso aka wano na wobɛte sɛ nkyene wɔ dwonso no mu a na kidney no na asɔne eti kidney no nso ɛsɔne nkyene a nipadua no akɔ mu so na ɔno nso ayi bi ato agu na kakra na bɛka no wabɔmɔden ɛde adi dwumadie ɛwɔ nipadua nim ɛno nti sɛ wonkyene ɛbɛkɔ mu na bi ade yɛ nkwan na wokɔ dwonso yɛ na hunu sɛ nkyene bi kuruaba na sɛ wokɔ dwonso gu kuruaba mu no aseɛ na da fitaa na yɛ nkyene a wodi yɛ na asan apie kidney no edi mu akotene na sɛ ɛnɛ sɛ ne ɔkyerɛ yɛ no etire a ɛda kidney afofi da yɛ di no meta temp no ɛne sɛ wo kidney no ɛyɛ ana ɛyɛ asɛmbisa wo kidney ɛyɛ ana sɛ wo kidney no ɛnyɛ ɔse uhunu ne ntɛm a ɛna wobɔ wo kidney ho ban ɔse hunu ne ntɛm na bɔ wo kidney no ɛho ban na pom de ne ho ban ɛsan sɛ kidney no sɛ ɔde ɔhaw ɛɛba a ebi wɔ hɔ a wohunu ntɛmpa adeɛ bɛdi kan adi kan bi a na yɛ wo BP wo mu a na wo BP kɔ soro wo mu a na wo home te wo yɛ adwuma kakra no abrɛ afei bi a na wo wa wo sugar kɔ soro ne bi a wɔde wato BP aduro so na sugar aduro so wanom akyire no wani bɛba ho so no na kidney no na ho ɔden na te ayira afei wo hɔ ade a wo behunu sɛ wo koma bɔ wo hu sɛ unipadua no wo ho ayɛ dry unipadua no ayɛ dry we dehydrate na wayɛ fitaa afei beduru baabi no na udi nkyene a wo bo sɛ nkyene no asɛ aba wo homa so yɛka no uremic frost wo bo sɛ w'anim ayɛ dry na asɛ dot bi asɛ wabɔ powder na kyerɛ sɛ ɛkɔ n'anim na afei wo hɔ a na wo bofono aduane nso ne yɛde ba bɛsi w'anim a yɛ no aduane ne koraa na men wo dada eti yɛde aduane brɛ wo a wote baako mmienu no wa men ne yɛme kan nso no obi wɔ nso a ne naase taatai wɔ hɔ a na ne naase yɛ pagya afei na ne ho keka no ɛsiane sɛ nipadua no ehia biribi te sɛ phosphorus ɛne calcium ɛne ɔyɛ namfofoɔ ɔde aboa wo dompe ɛne wo ahoɔden ɛtɔ da bi a baako timi kɔ fam ma baako so kɔ soro na fe ama nipadua na nkeka aba begina wo ho afei nipadua no sɛnea na umogya teɛ kan a wo sɛ wo kɔkɔ kyɛke wo HB na umogya wo fine ebi a bɛkɔ kyɛke wo HB no hemoglobin na da bɛsɛ 13 ebi a 14 aba fam kura ebi a 12 sei umogya ate aba HB no ate aba 7 ana ate aba 9 enso nipadua wo no anka kidney no ɔsɔne kuruwa baako anya kura no kuruwa baako emogya ɛso da kurubea no anka minute bia no kuruwa baako ɔbɛsɔne ɛna mogya ewo mu nso no ɛyɛ anka menka ne sɛ bottle vortic bottle no kɛseɛ no woyɛ beema anya enum ɛkɔ num ne fa anka ɛka ne sɛ 5.4 liters ɛna mmaa no nso nam 4.4 because emema ɛwɔ muscles beema na bɔ matwo ɛkɔ gym bɔ matwo gase eti ɛwɔ ɛnam a ɛsɛ mogya no fam all the time ɛmaa deɛ no ɛso te kakra bɛɛ 4.4 na eduru baabi a wobɛhu sɛ aka wo mogya wo body mu nyinaa 1 liter mpo na enuru because say kidney no enya ahoɔden a ɔde bɛyɛ so adwuma na kidney no wɔ ntokuro bi wɔ mu a yɛfrɛ no glomeruli no yɛka no dodo a yɛbɛka sɛ glomerulus no ɛyɛ ntokuro te sɛ sɔneyɛ na ɛno na ɛsɔne efi emogya mu nneɛma ɛho hia na woyi ne ehia no na ne ehia no ɔde ama nipadua no na bi adane mfifire dwonso na nipadua no aba bɛsen eduru baabi a sɔneyɛ no mu ntokuro timi sisi na sɔneyɛ anka bi emu ntokuro mempa no sɛ emu ntokuro ɛbɛ 100,000 no na aba bɛka bɛ 90 pɛ enti pa no sɛ sɔneyɛ a wode sɔne abɛn kwan so abɛn na wode gu mu no api wode nso akra gum na wo sɔne so afei deɛ sɔneyɛ no mu asisi ama aka ntokuro no bɛ 60 anaasɛ 60 pɛ ebe den ena tokuro no agye nsuo na wode agum bebrebe no ene mefe no fa ne se mefe no ne fi a wode akọ nipadua na enua ne nura wode ama obode no a eso ne so a ebe kan se creatinine yaka creatinine na muscle tissue waste efi enam unipadua ne ntinimu ohunsuo ahoruom umojam na nipadua no ntimi nsoa ne sa ade so anti ode fa kidney so se emeda Johnson na entimi enya adwuma biemu nti Johnson kura ama obi wo wa mfie nan ni onyon so oda because a kidney na faili enam BP so nti enam diabetes so nti enam kese yobone obi wo a oye kese abro so a etimi ma ne kidney faili ena nyarewa horo bi nso timi ka kidney no ema kidney ne kura adwom ebi ne kokuram cancer etimi ma kidney no ebe ya kitikiti na bobom pumpunya ene ya ka bibi se polycystic kidney disease se dwa etimi ebobo kidney ne ho a bi wa na otiye yi aboba akope ho na asɛ no abobom pomponya bobo ho saa oha no bi wa na ya ka ne se autosoma na se bia ne firi ebusuanum obi wa na busuam na omo lupus systemic lupus erythematosus se lupus no etimi ma unipadua no eto apena aka kidney no etimi ma nsanwa ebegu anim bebre na dia lupus no mpe a eya na edini yi ne ho adini bu na onana bi a watwam kura ma ame kura ma ameto no ono na nya nanso ne yare no aka mojanim ewa busuanim enti ukogina owia so ye wele se djuma na lupus yare no kura o mabusua mu a owia ne hyewa na wo bre bebre obu a obre adwuma wo ye no obre djuma na ogina wiem no wo ye wele se djuma na ni beba no so no na ni bi pikosro afi o hwa na ni pedua no wo ye pale na ni muja so te afi ebetimi ama adede wa ma doctor kura hosho no kura obebre na o se ma paaba afi ukosia doctor bia no atro se na yenkoye lupus test ni enhwe obekofwe no na systemic lupus erythematosus eye ade a systemic nipadua no enya bibi na kofa ba na emu nipadua no eye autoimmune nipadua no na immune system na fight ne ho ena akoma akotwe abasa
akotwe sa de no ede aba nti doc say no
enam so
akoba ne sa no what say yetimi ebo ye kidney no ho ban because the air can say protect it say ye protect ya there na what say ye ena there ni was ye ya nti betimi afasa akwa no so abo kidney no ho ban
we bi sa asem ehu hia say ye abo kidney ho ban ya efiri wo a wo nipadua no wo na obedi kan bon ho ban kransa na wa masama anto ene wa anko doctor ho esa as a doctor de bia odo beset machine nsa dialysis machine nsa daati na yo emunchi chemu ahoro enum yo stage 1 stage 2 eno de ya unhu ebu a pressure na sro etibu a unta unhu stage 3A nete so kidney son ye no ahoden ode son so no ekofom stage 3B net ba fom abonka yesa asemo yato stage 4 nete so asemo ato wawie na kase be ma so stage 5 naturally say dialysis na wadu anase transplant na ya po ho ban na edi kan mansuo nya wakono nsene nsa ensuo mansuo nya wakono ensene nsa mansuo enya wakono nsene sikyire ma adidipa enya wakono adidi a yedi apetition ko baase enye enkofa carbonated drink ese wo kodi fufuo na the malt coke any Sprite carbon sikyire afra any yedi owu afra na wa mantoa no so akosi nkyɛn ɔhwe kunkwan na wa bɔ coke aguso ada na enye onfa fufuo no entu coke no munni
na nka wondi
na wunni
doc ma me nko
ka ho ma ekosai eniama bebre yaduane diem ene yenum ena Johnson kan wa Johnson tem emfa nse ho se wo ye adwumanti wo pentem wo pese ogigi sika kakra nti wo de Johnson nte se wansa ebe dane fi
na wakọ boyfriend ho na o hye ho ne ma me ne papa wo ntum pese obepie na adedere wo saa ana nso wakọ Salome ukọ Salome na omo teta ntum pese obepie nti na ahye wo so saa ba ya nkọ ne Christian Afo Christian Afo ye secretary ma Renal Patients Association ya ne ni nkomo na ono so ene edai sede si som no bo efa ene de ono ye beche afa ye kidney ho Christy ye mo akwaba na hona mu bokọ de
na me adumo pacho na mo nso
era nyankopon de ache yen na ene na akoye da bia sebi ehun hia ma adasa nyina ana epese ye di nkomo na ye fa kon ebetimi afa so ebebo ye kidney ho eban ene sebi monso suahunu anase education amode bema adesa enu ntini atonsa de afrewe ene dai ene your friend saying ye kidney ho ensem de na abeka fa ho
yo medamo ase akwenya amode ama me emedie in fact, me a patient ewo kolebu honom. Me read dialysis cry and chair.
Wow.
Me who they cause ya up and down. The American country mean no more like tie ye ni na ne say obi ambo modern say obekwa ko checking the kidneys at least if not for everything no anything no in a year no every 6 months biano obetimi akwa checking the kidney say ahode ewo mu no etisen say e conform anase e basro na we hu the way obeye ne nyoma esi afa na indrondro ni nyoma ye fa over the counter ndro no so we say ye ja wo hwe na hu baby emfa wa ehia ne say obekọ hospital ama o ma show no ma hwe de eye o most of times no ndro aye fa enyema ye ni pedua no and also emma ye kidneys no problems aye den eba ho ndiani aye di and also ka ho one or two to say insure sometimes no insure no so aye contaminated that and it to me or how ebre the kidneys no it's kakra metumi aka fa ho no
Receive betimi a kire yen de enam so ba okohunu se ebi a nso de ho aka ene bibisa
okay that's it. The thing is me starting in national service no sometimes no like most of the times me ko eduma me tita me tie me ya pa severe headache nti me ko clinic ko check ye me ko check ye mo si BP I was sure mo si BP no I was sure but eba no I refer mo jan nti me catch a doctor no no so sadia the way I did ya me BP no was sure no me ko ye kidney labs na yen hwe the echo me ko ye no e no mo ka say and say senya BP no was sure no it affect kidneys no ama ahodi ewo mu no abafo
okay enti dan na odi wani bu ye no dan na ma obi pini kosro no
eno die enti
untimi tracy o situation no to ade bi ana wo ya na wonye
me kasa minim the root cause of it na madada kasa minim the root cause na madada but the me say ye ne say senya me BP no was wrong no me kono me koye fa lab no And the man me koye ya me hu say. But the experience any say me kotna galante site kakra, baby omuya mining kakra, and I may use borehole.
Okay.
Oh, I don't really know. And so that's a factor.
Nti
Thank
dey
you, na
ultimate kase ebi asebi na aja school time. Wo kotena se na aja watwa kakra na bibi mu pia na aja wa kakra na bibi atesa.
There. Let me just be a me pay sample there be no alcohol, no smoking, no say me tia me ya me call black akoto ebi
Ana na wonye obi nso a umu odu.
Me no be a me mo odu kra.
Ana afen so oyo obi a na otaye exercise.
Na me exercise na me. Na me sometimes can me call gym, so me need lecture that meaning lecture me call gym na ma call exercise.
That was when you never even knew. Samre kra na unim say bibi cry wrong with you.
No me I was just doing exercise just to keep fit. You see, it was right after school. And during national service, me 2 months then I diagnosed me by.
For about say how long me?
Oh, but my dialysis for the 8 years. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, how many times a month?
Me only 2 times in a week.
But could be a cost say.
Kolebu charge 491.
Every week, every month, be aware 4 times.
Every month, no. Every month, be a meeting 2 times a week now. Every month, 8.
2 times a week, and every month, 8 times.
8 times.
It's me, but say to me, Jatum.
Semi, time I Kolebu just cano. Minister, they are me Jatum, me come once in a week. Internal, every month, 4 times. Time I chiano, abra chiano. Aha, but you see, I buy no the bar free in the end, I mean, done to me.
Okay, into Sena Uja Tumwa. Ya na send na ohoye.
Me talk to moi. Sometimes me to me home me to me did say a fino sinamimu. And to me pie. As I was a piano. To me home me to me did me arrangement apple.
Into o dieting to say.
Me pastor say.
What did the emu to say? Sorry, anopa. Breakfast, lunch, suppers, and is it here?
And you might be one in the and because of insure a what time say means your nomination to me in the breakfast. I dear fancy to say cocoa tea in your mano. Me indeed because me certain she only be baby or my system anymore. If anyone say a movie and I may be not send the day in a day no me did best twice. But some uncle dialysis yeah and in a day no me did once because me person feel be baby a day or however brand.
Enti enso senya bawia because I see say enso nso ya there was a otanom said e be ya kidney no onkofa pressure onkoto pressure ma no na enso so say yare ne bawia eno wo so hwe unsu no mu ye sa na patche
me pa chon yare ne ba de en enso onya wadanfo yare ne ba de abata yare ne ba ye de en de wo so time bia no num nsuo bebre so de be ye be simi aflate bibi biara wo ne pedua no na pie asodwon so eni mfifire. But I really bad there and see you were down for. I was so too into your so because it is many work or early grave. What time in so yeah, but now, Unumission no man able swa. It's me a 4 bar lunch now, went to me home. And no sunny and Rashu now went to me and your dialysis center and many and I say, oh, one is
enti kwan ben na fast I mean efa se kwan afa so pass water and it say we call Luni ade no how is it like?
Oh me sometimes no me exercise in free me.
So enya dey say ota call your friend saying ladies and 10 times and I won't call be cry.
Oh me call a day the sometimes me call 2 and sometimes me call 1. Me did baby I like maybe in a day, me did there once, sometimes it's just one. But if I eat normal, let's say 3 square meals a day now, and then it's make 2 times.
Yeah. And then now my doc was so maybe some mum there, but now kidney non function said there was a function. kidney name function to say there was a function. Then so ultimately call pass water no near there. They almost say a day into.
Oh, sir, kidney there one a percentage. Though percentage, say you were stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, stage 5. What I think stages. And you say wukra, say wukra. Then you want to me say you want to me call toilet.
Yeah.
Aha, but at least me was some percentage. Ewo more. It's me process it. Yani na party.
Enti nature say is all stage say.
Okay, me lab no mo say end stage. Sana lab lecture.
Wow. Chrissy, I bet I didn't come on alpha side. So say oh that brabo to say how is it like?
Oh, me dada, she said me nye juma me ofie, you know. It's just support from family, friends, loved ones, and na me adom ye de koba.
Yeah, better time you didn't come on alpha say the city and then the association what you do to help each other and all that. But for now, Edibisia, Nayang how I feel no real dialysis corner, call home make a cry, Yankopon count. You hear from us, we didn't come. I mean, sure, so you didn't come.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes, sister, yeah, Nino Edin Komwe, Christiana for Secretary, my Renal Patients Association, Adwene Kasa, a kidney patient, ne, international day of kidney na ya hwe kwan be fa so a e be din komo ne be kaka ho na ya kaka ho some of the things that we are supposed to do and things that we are not supposed to do ono ne dey cry dey or say on dey cry dey na dey so otwa bi on nom cigarette on ya hwe or exercise him cry once in a while or ko hospital almost in BP control ya dey na gina so a ntimi nko form musi sade ne nko check kidney ya koya ho aka for the past 8 years dialysis or 8 times a month every week biano no any 2 times na to have over 400 close to 500 Ghana cedis every week so you can imagine na enya ni kakra enti na the can no bombarden so be protect your kidney still a wo ha ehun kan yi ta no munso ya exercise making sure say aduane a the pressure better kidney ni so bia no onye eya attack test ko hwa anya hwe 2 times a year every 6 months we are go and check yan hwe say magnesium and phosphorus no say na wo mu si behave o kidney no mu ni yan hwe say the niama esi echo and all these terminologies are doctor and so ekkan ni na no but we say everything is fine na Kofi nyame ne kra mu
I'm telling you.
And I near Homra. And that's what we say.
All right.
I say, what's up? I saw. Near says so about what's up.
I don't know when to make.
And the say, and who said, Chairman Joseph Adekoka. Waba, into Naja say, Abajo for bed your macunya near the crack run the same. As time
over beside said, IGP. Obeko ana obesti.
Okay, maybe Sir Chairman so na dwenchira wo fa ho. Ye na na homra sese a.
Excuse me, sir.
Hello.
Please, next time, can you put in a dustbin?
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. I'll not do that again.
Okay.
Thank you.
Girl, how are you? I've really missed you.
Look at how she's looking so fabulous.
I know, right?
Thank you. Auntie Naya.
Yes, dear.
Uncle Kofi.
Yes, dear.
all you've been teaching me about sanitation, I've been teaching my friends at school, and it has been absolutely great.
Really? Wow.
That's a great impact you're making now.
Sure. Keep it up, girl.
Okay.
Sure.
Auntie Naya,
yes, dear.
I need to tell you something.
Go ahead.
If we want to be successful as a people, we need to be aware of the importance of sanitation.
That's true.
That's true. You're right, Amma. You're right. That's true. Naya, do you know sanitation is so important and crucial in our society?
Yes, Kofi, and I thank God for K Sanitation IQ, which you can also just say KSIQ. It is an important show that you don't need to miss it.
Kate's Sanitation IQ. That's a great show. I understand the show has been designed for the kids to educate the public on some special sanitation categories.
I know, right? And I learned they will also educate the public on sanitation for environmental and community development.
I also understand they would educate the public on sanitation for educational development.
Wow.
Yeah.
Education, you say?
Oh, God.
Wow.
Right.
It is amazing. They also have sanitation for health development.
Oh, health
and
development.
Sanitation for corporate.
Corporate and health, Nana.
Don't play.
This one will intrigue you. I understand these kids will educate the public on sanitation that benefits the needy. Isn't it amazing?
You say?
Absolutely.
Wow.
It's amazing.
It is amazing.
Oh, God.
Don't miss this
You
show.
don't have to miss the Kids Sanitation IQ show.
To participate in this contest, please call 0209 300 300 0209 300 300 for an audition. Don't miss the KSIQ show. Be there.
Ladies and gentlemen, betting tax that they said they have abolished. We never collected betting tax. We never implement the betting tax. So to come and tell Ghanaians that you have abolished something that was not implemented is to deceive the people of Ghana.
Make up in me if I watch for TV top Friday, we then talk to and then come out the tax. Charlie man, see, I chop 100 cedis. No tax. They don't go come out tax. So man, what I go talk we say, God bless mama. Make God bless mama.
Okay, that one is truly real because we are all happy. Because the thing, if we even put 10 CD in a bet, well, if we chop 20 CD and we are removing the money, then they will give us only 15 CD or something. Whilst they've done nothing for us. Today, I can show you proof 50 CD. 50 CD right now.
How much are you expected to win?
Oh, I want to win almost billions. If I win 5,000, they can remove almost 1,000 plus. Yeah, they can remove 1,000 plus. Yeah.
It's not good at all.
So now that they've removed the tax from we like it like that.
One thing I want to say is that not only the betting tax too, mobile money too is part.
Right. If you want to buy a drink, if a drink safe, then go come out tax. All right, ready there? It be true. If you want to buy a drink, they have come out. You want to pay tax. You have paid tax already. It's there.
My reaction is that the economy is very hard. Things are tough, and anytime we approach them, most of the time the sellers, they try to tell us their mind. Yes, because if they bet tax, shut up. Let me talk.
Go on.
The economy is very hard. If you don't have enough money on you, then there will be a problem. There are always rumors, violence, fights going on. We need some jobs. If the government is willing to create an opportunity for the young guys, that's great.
No more tax.
Yeah, that's what we are. That's what we need. That's what we need. We need jobs, opportunities, employment. Yeah. employment. That's good to support each other so that there will be no more violence. What we need is jobs, opportunities. You guys should create opportunities for the young guys around. Yeah, that's what I have to say. That's what I have to say. That's all.
No more tax.
Because the E11 is dragging us down.
Yeah, it is bringing us down.
Yeah, for real.
They have taken it off. E-levy has been abolished also. COVID-19 has been abolished also.
Oh, that's great. If that's one there, that's good. We give thanks. We give thanks and we appreciate the one who did that.
Na emu no ensem bebre na wokaye ebi ene se e-levy a ye bo ho bena no weyi e de efri ho sara nso na wo kire se betting tax no e ya de se aban no eyi e de efri ho no wo kire se nursing any teacher training allowance so no e ya de se wetwa sika bi a wo de betua wo no mo eka assembly members wo kom ho asem wo kire se wo mo eboa se ne e be ye o my Ghana sika asem betimi ejina ne na so ensem bebre na wo de etu dwa enei yabepie mu ewo mokola dwakese a ewo enkrai pompuni mantam emo yade dwadifo ni bi bedi enkomo na yebisa won se so wo makoma to mu yam wo hwe ensam a castle ato force edo to dwa no wo mani so mu hu dachi bi ewo o my Ghana yesika semu ana entino yene ebi eni enkomo na yembisa won se enra se no mu si ehu budget a yade ekoto enra shebedwam fie no menyame mam bako wa han mimbisa no se enra ohu gidie bi se o my Ghana sika samu atete apansam no besan so ayeyie biomu ana mame enra budget ya ye kenka mi gidi se wetie bi wantie bi kra wote de ensentrofo ye de etu dwa no wu ne se eniama weyiyi eto be se enum a weyiyi de free hoi a o kire se teacher training allowance won twem no dachi bi wo ho ana say sika sembe koyi
ba cho nyame si anka no kura me de no a budget ne metia na me mente brofo nyame si anka no kura me de me wodwom na mo meti radio so wo ka brofo me mente brofo na mo de me so meti na me de no de hu nyame sa bet no minim adokro ana 11 we say 12 minim adokro me de me yan se me se me to me ton popo me ton watermelon me ton akutuo ekrom aya so na aduasa anoma no wo hwe akuafo na adwuma akuafo no nyoma no koto a wo mo se lole fa ne boarding akuafo no so se aduro na wo mo dudu afo no ne boarding etika be ya won hwe akuafo no enduro na wo mo de do no aduane baba me adi no no wotete so wontia no so na mbafom wo wi petrol no wo ma ne mrafom no mo fa nuama ne mra ni endi se Ghana ha meti wa meka se wo kita 20 Ghana wonya ba pe ane kura ka ya ba ko pe de atia me se bi sida no ansa na kura mu ha enuama bua ba ya fofofo a bibia ba fa ho beto no agi se nipa na ya wo ho no agi nyina yewu na fofofo me na meka me kire edwomfo ma ya ni so ban wakoto ade ni 10 cedis wakoto ade ni 10 cedis wo de ba wo beto 100 Ghana so ati de meka na say eti nyame si anka no kwa wo mampanyi so beti nyama no so a ye nipa na yegu o man ni mu ye nya nipa wo bia to na ade se de ope no
to ya wa yi de me ni jide wo oh every say to say chacha to nye nipa nyina na to me amiti me ntu bi da so ati ase say wa na ye nipa dodo na na eto ana boys na eto no so adi yo ye Kristo ni ba nkoto so ati ase o Kristo ni ba nkoto sa di boys na eto so mu nu be say 100 billion ana ba ye ni ana ma ye nya honfa so ade ma fa so e ba ye petrol wi so uti petrol so uti cement so oh na akuafo ho hale na aduaba nnuro na ye didua anuaba no na ye tete nnuro iso a aduane aba ka ba wo de abaguo ye so atofo yakoto ye de aba obi ato ya boadefa ba ire ma boane 20 Ghana obi abeto bi amam noko me so ba de sanka me kofi say 24 hours ya wo de be me ba ye ento ma men san ya me so ya ko am obi aba.
All is well, so congratulations to the nation, and first of all to the president of the state, to the elders, and to the ministers and to the churches. Up to God, I've seen God also, so I wish congratulations to God Almighty also.
You saw God?
I've seen him, know him by Maule as name. God means name.
Okay, so the betting tax, are you happy?
Yeah, everything that's in the country was happy to us. Why? Because we are, educated through our system. So when you have it, exactly, you need to cherish that your fellow also have it right.
Do you do the betting, Sam?
No, I did not. Why? Because now I have financial, problem a year. So I'm down by train as well to help fellows also, as well as we are in system that when you train, you also benefit whatever that you brought out of it to the nation. So I have my responsibility.
So what are you telling President to do currently to change your situation? Because you said you are financially down.
Yeah, you have projects also brought to us. So when it's mix of his, endorsement, it means exactly it favors me. But if it wasn't, then I need to wait a little to have it by a plan of education mind of me to pass through.
Quick one, do you know the new song trending Unim Red?
What?
Unim Red, a new song trending.
No, I've not been in TikTok for a while. So whilst I'm talking to you, yeah, so yeah. Thank you, congratulations, Metro Team.
GDS say Women's Bank no ebetimi abua enti no wonye emfa ema won munse no.
You will recall that days before the budget presentation to Parliament by the Honorable Minister for Finance, Honorable Kasa, who did the presentation on behalf of His Excellency the President Mahama, we hinted at clandestine plans by the government to manipulate fiscal data to support their baseless claims of inheriting a badly managed economy from the previous MPP government. This carefully crafted strategy has been pursued right from the President himself during his message on the State of the Nation and repeated at the National Economic Dialogue. The 2025 budget was, however, going to be the vehicle for confirming what has been perfectly rehearsed, to crown the narrative by putting data to the unfounded claims. We have been vindicated. Our intelligence has been confirmed, and the minister has done the hatchet job. The government, through the 2025 budget statement, churned out fiscal deficit on commitment basis of 7.6% of GDP and a primary deficit of 3.6% of GDP. This would imply, if you look at them on their face value, that the MPP administration mismanaged the fiscals in accord with the intentions of the NDC government. In fact, an economy with such strong revenue performance and expenditure controls, as we have seen from the data the minister presented, cannot produce the kind of elevated fiscal outcomes the minister announced. We see a lot of contradictions there. And this, we are very confident, will be exposed. But colleagues, this is where it gets interesting. They have erroneously churned out this wrong data in a bid to tarnish the image of the MPP administration by including 49.2 billion Ghana cedis in expenditure claims without any basis. Before the start of the IMF program in 2023, we had agreed with the IMF to set the fiscal anchor based on which we will monitor the IMF program. And these were the fiscal boundaries.
91.9 FM, your original FM for original television, so ana uhunu ye won so imirini kwaku wuso je pato na ebraso se ye de ne krakra ne sen segment ne bebro on ye Adwene Kasa Jumadi no medical catcher say Chairman Joseph me pacho mamon hame mania prepa mesro mania bre papa mania bre message enye chinchin a say odi ade ne bre me a chinchin a men kan say chinchin All the idea brave it no. Ono say you see pen no sa time na person min kan sa de no pacho to bopa efa mame. Eno an ye ba be discuss no. Eh de eno an ye ba be discuss no. Why is am obi kwa baby say na de ba asem na kwai e kan ya chinchia sa asem na no person kan. Well, Chairman Joseph Adekoka ewa oye NDC ni mapa NDC cover by phone AB. He's been chairman, regional chairman before. And I know the guy catcher said the man feel chairman park as a pan say adia me person me share netia nyanko pon de ball na koma clay cry nyanko pon de ball na koma because football party politics are kabu there. And I say oh nkwatintin pa still looking good sir because football a heartbreaker, politics is a heartbreaker, and then a whole a year at 7 still. I survive in the if you answer, we be an urban homework. Chama Kwaba, maybe I have a call and Uncle Pass. Uncle a Solomon, Usu Solon so a 7 predators, Abrantia, or no. Dear nani be hunu na no beka nti ya na say what na fa kopa ma obi di ne sika pa dwa na nkapa de na obi move on enini ni yellow no enini ni yellow no solo a movement for change for penny for no mu ebako ya okasa ema sa movement na me ka say ye hwe ni mu senche bia be political party o say nya wa kra en commission mashe ye say Achimda member of parliament Alexander Kosi Akwa and so baba bekan ho na honorable representing the new patriotic party budget no ekọ so na no said ra ehye na finance minister begina parliament gina president anamu ede esikasem ene ho ntutu ede ebetu dwa na okanwie no nchiremu akọ brutal Kofan komo bebre ede abane de keka ka ho ye beto aso ahwe se de esi ko ambisa mpanifo yi se de omusi hunu no ene ensusanso omususu se betimi ede abaya so wo mususu se yate da na ana se no musa chairman akwa babiu mejo so uni akuma ato forcing ebegina president John Dramani Mahama anemu ana ono de ase or the innovation be by answer na crown obeko parliament no omudi kan enkeji adwadifo no me adade mo akasa no ano 2024 you engaged Ghana for na mbuso omo se amamuo ben na se yeto abama mo am yepe nti chire mo na mo kokruchire bureaucrat so na mo friend people's manifesto mo nkwa mo manifesto na mo se my youth for there and san mbe ni nyina akrade abom so sikasem ne ho totoye no so ni ade ewra to force na me kan so no so sako krom ekobiza se mba be kan na de na mo hwe ni mo nom ni ade me gidi se amanfo ka gen se kasa tenten top onko nti 140 something minutes pa na we was sector ministers mo na mo de mo adwen po bae ana they approve ya can't Ghana for to go and do your work, explain it, and generally, I feel budget. When say,
when I was in Yabri, Nemunia Solo. Last week, by no, I'm saying, yeah,
na me nine, the cocoa mutina is straight.
We nam too much. We nam sad everybody. Or we Bono and Maro Bishemu. Who fifi? I don't know about
Parents, that's all almost say it's a small needle. It's not pain near constant.
That's right.
That's some you but my family say my family
budget no Asempa budget. Asempa address nasi trade Ghana funina for the first time where your budget no. Ekone Ghana for Kasa, but bia enyuachi at least or Brenny Bakade, it touched every part and every facet of the Ghanaian life. Because previous government, no, in no more the to taxes, no more for catching say taxi, amuba no musombe is it production? Taxation to production. Nemo amuba no be a different thing. Nti a man for were expecting say buying or buy. In normal washa odema during campaign time obey this one see 2 to 4 in normal okay say obey on the campaign platform no nina oye at least like I say 90% of say no man nya oye also obey levy obey emission tax obey COVID tax or friends
okay emission now cut VAT on your kind of say
insurance well in normal touching for especially more importers one of more cranium bagana or our musu no man ba no muko you haba amuntu mintua no mai na ya bobi no auction the musike nyina mo de kra no manu na ahye tisema o yisisi obi betting kakra bi a obenya no na abanso den ni satum yi levy wankasa usika wa bo obra yes o salary ye tuawa wo de ahye o phone so o koma o brother bi a no maami bi a ano so no mate ye kan ya mampene nti this budget people were expecting say buying BB about it and 2 to 4 buying no why BB about it but answer na obey ye BB or my Ghana 40 ye wants say the previous government no a car or abo atu ye hono we are saying ne sika kakra ebenya no a edbe kuramano we are going to use that money to pay debts. Omo ye no manya basa. Almost see hospital. Omo into me see ayeka. O say ban be risk na odiko see hospital. Omo see cathedral. Omo discuss ko for $58 million. Ayeka. No me bebre. Ma sisi Ghana no ye watch IMF omuni enkra na I was say anka omu tutu omu no ma yema Brenabas abafom no mo iOS until the budget was refreshing. It is resetting the country because yes sign yedi inoma 2 years so that the next 4 years no and who try in the last 8 years, no, at least it can be mitigated. And that is what the budget is all about. It's for me, we say a people's manifesto. The budget is a people's budget. Because everybody in this country, one way or the other, is being touched by it. You see, agriculture. Ghana is an agrarian country, but we import so much tomatoes from Okina. Yekra rice over $600 million per annum and more. If you take the geography of Ghana from northern regional Fabronga half or Volta region, south Volta region, eastern corridor. Your land able to me do all these things. I am bread, especially rice, tomatoes. Tomatoes, friends, tomatoes. If you throw the seed at your backyard, 8 years are buying by so you're planting for food. Planting for food, we ended up importing so many things. Sisia, ama yenwachri heni. Inti, we budget now. It is aiming to reset the country. Now, Obia our Ghana no, or say, or share what is in the budget. They can go and ensure that they take active part in running the country. All of us must come together. Look at what is the budget that is going to be good for us. Because if we lose this trend, if we lose this period, I don't know when we are going to rise again. And Ghanaians should not forgive or forgive anybody, whether NDC or MPP, if we lose these 4 years of governance. We don't reset the country. At the end of the day, we are able to reduce it. Adwene we are able to reduce it. At least, if not all, at least a large section of our population, youth, will have to get a job to do. In a nutshell, it is a budget which is refreshing, which at least Ghanaians have seen that there's hope. There is hope in coming together to execute the budget for us to move forward. So I feel my initial reaction is that we are good to go now. We are good to go in this country. So everybody must come on board. Must come on to all sides of the aisle must come on board, and let's make sure that what is in front of us, that is what can be at the moment of time. That is what can be in front of us, so that we move this country forward.
Solo, akwaba.
Pato, mejozo.
Bibia boko de.
Nyamia ye ni de wie. Akade John Mahamani na memu so de beka ho. Na awie peye. Nyami de wie ni de.
Me ma honorable Kasa akwaba. So we do kwabe jawa, ana we o copy.
We.
Jawa ma me na ndo so.
Abi o. The tie ni budget we no. Enoso.
So
it sounds and some of boom say available na Ghana ni bia to be can bia one here suicide rate be kokuman e dos and crofo be sign wo mo ho nti o man print ni bebre nti me asemna se bedwani a
copies ni na enoso na
copies enoso da bi da bunya
but say soft copy no ni number
we full page full book
budget there yes obey book it's more than the Bible.
Me purchase 242 page way.
That is concise.
There war around the year 77 no better our parliament.
That's concise.
This full budget statement with all the appendices.
Yes, it's very good.
It's
very good.
Na afi o mafi ase she table ase no.
It's good.
You start be appendix nyama womu Office of Government Machinery,
Office of Government Machinery.
We are waiting for their response.
Office of Government. It is not only presidency. There are so many institutions. Why is that kind of crap? Before they know, every day tax, betting tax, Yanji betting tax. Now, so I can summer can say, yes. Oh, that
problem of
preliminary.
Ghana problems. You need
a big problem.
Because honorable no but why elite.
What that you a big problem?
Confusion inside the back. I was saying
what a big problem.
You got glasses.
Oh,
come on, can you
I don't know what it is about Honorable Kwasiakwa in table as.
Obi Eshe.
Table.
And then I say,
what is the master?
This is my walking last. Who is on like a casa a spiritual is from the spiritual realm and be losing election.
Mo software air cool and this for home. Who win? About 10 different
Ghana for your bria. That's all who come to I be before you. What does a spiritual?
Who come to
no, come that does it.
Or say, or no bra or bra when this is for home. Whom near my yeah.
One gas home that.
For
whom that?
A fellow or Pambo. Canada, could be one, could be a can, but it could be a soft for 10 and an April and this victory. That make the can say spiritual, also say be home depart. What you are,
Moba Buama a common conform a common the Ghana forum the common to a bar was here spiritual.
A common the Ghana for a Ghana for your Janio Moody.
Pato
ene ho abrabo ne ho suni ne ban nyina
Pato the also TS and a budget a constitutional provision.
Yes.
The article 179 a clear say also mampani efa the minister Adwene Kasa echere and a sanso estimate sa afimuni nyina no ehwa yebetumi nya sika sei ene yebedi sei ene ntinyo na yekeka no budget no underpin it no Econs 101 or say all things being equal. And your man's nina ye pepeda. And it's rather a fear mono na abay a honorable comma by Senko Mena a GDP of 3.1. But we won't 5.7. A bit to me koyi, a bit to me a day. And deficit now so benya 4.2. A we na 7.9. I just say waka, then so no bebo more than say ubetimi amanaye. Ana ban bia nso no adwuma Ghana for the ahye ne san ya capture no under take 36 no ya ne hia me pa pato ba bia kan kire Ghana for no article 36 enemy 2 MPP free so me kan kire o see the state shall take all necessary action to ensure that the national economy is managed in such a manner as to maximize the rate of economic development and to secure the maximum welfare, freedom and happiness of every person. So when he ajiana tina Ghana for any anomopam NPP budgeted that way. This is the first time I may say aban bia na adwen say wa shebo no pese odi honestly, in all sincerity, because yeah campaign no everybody be na mfi say bo hye no bebre doso. But at least omo indicate say on pese omo ye di omo ka e bo na omo hye no omo di hu dwuma eno so nche say omo ye ba ye be din kan abo aba so say why so di o hye bo no o di hu dwuma o ka so be yi levy free ho budget is so the in Sembeko Parliament amia amende law no ni yi o yi a ebeboa e o ka say betting tax will be ye free ho 11 years you didn't can we great transformation plan say launch ja omienu nyina to omo take queue free ho and you see be covid levy covid in the almost omo to asheda omo kote task force and a compound calculation of that ayade a ehu hia pa enu nti no so why any say to pato e den ma ba betena aka say enya le pa so ahye bona wudi so e good esa no a restore some confidence Ghana for ni gidi politicians ye mu bi o office ye ba ye be dada on keke enti so maka no mo be ya if is nyina o say ye boa ebio budget na ngasa na maka ma ye no o am ya tia se yisika no enso expect to see a budget 223 billion, but he bid 269 billion. There's a right there now deficit of 43 billion. Ti ehemfa ni benya seska. Na no ye Ghana fo nyina o se adwenwe no ho. Ekwan ye be fa so ye bede ye benya. Ana asanso a kire se o mu yi capping. Sa di we kan we great transformation plan se ye ntia se wagye misika se o de koye cat fund. Now was who the ceiling at so. Who DB. And on every to be here. Secondary schools ni university ni primary infrastructure ni nyana diocese in every side you know. This was so me cap in every so me many beje because e idea ye kan and almost on cap NHI health insurance how many times na service providers emma or home down was a monkey be my ni nyina gina ho say ye the ceiling na dey atoso this was so kwa ye free so ade na many now when you know on share they introduce new taxes or to a tax refund account. Say tax refund account omudi keke. Shaka ya bo kromwa state owned enterprises settle e pato mezodia na akoya settle e pato akoya bi debe ke friend settle.
I said why force me and temaki.
I said baby away ye chire afidi e wo kura no e chire MPP fo esa o so na mama kama samu a meka chire oye medua no na ye bo MPP me mo afidi onua kura se Africa de oham bio om go hu no enunti pato tax refund account no what is from 6 to 2 and on kwa amount to 4%. Yes, amount 3 point something billion. It's a good thing because see taxation or two sides. Yene kroma minim say economics ni yesua one side of taxation. Taxes to me go mine. Esan say adwuma bia e wo man mu ano ene mo man ni gina. Say me company a year at the end of the year we declare profit about 25% corporate tax. To me company go abaya lusu seska no. In the interest of every advisor companies be gina ukruma. That is why I have a big problem say time and I'm when people my ba be mo no. Yes, you go certain banks. I disagreed with it entirely. Because egu no ube lusu sika nke be free omo aba.
I remember that also
Uba yes.
And then you said if that is what we are going to discuss, you go against your party into Oma.
What I say?
So principles.
You see, you must always have party politics. You better but and you may put a core values. Maybe business, chairman business, honorable business, under no circumstance on the author of politics. So be by yes or court against all your government. I will go up right away because me I know how the MPP attacked my business. Said, "Patos, I can't be war." Sometimes I come visit politics in here. I lost more than $4 million under them. Now, me share the way manner a political vengeance and vindicta. This is the first time I make us ask them we actually. And I told those that were doing that say, "Anye biukra me for drivers. Me omunim say me MPP ni. Omo to abama MPP. A lot of them me who bufu ntom to abetia MPP because omo yes and they lost their jobs." But I pure politics. So I say, any hand of politics ni tia ba ye di politics no ekoko say nyuma. We yes sir. And I 200 baht for more.
But say na ka say untimi hunu di ntia etisa because say saying na dey enkra na yesua taxation if side ben na ya yehwe. Is it not because sometimes we want to impress nkrofo a nim say that che be kwa kwaji mo from ho.
Nkrofo na mbeso be impress of here. The same model. UAE in 1990s. Now Omoye less developed than Ghana.
Yeah, very much so.
Sheikh Maktoum didn't go for the Omoye. Omo free all these Britain Woods for. I catch up the look. Ye chrono. I told the end to evangelist Pacon. Name of ye bema to out from two Uko Dubai and the Omega see and the tax. How do you fee?
Free.
Bravo. If it's all your money we are there, made the music be about Medino. And and the fair job is to create equal opportunities.
So why do you think it has been difficult for us to practice some of these things? The India. Apart from the Mekai, say, because I remember me share Senator B. Na sama oka. Yes. Say, Omunya so sorry, Omudisika or Africa. No, Omudi support you and no senior no Africans in here. No, Omubisan said, then Africans in your tax cut.
Yeah.
What's my so no te ho observe who say there be I sorry I see e be Africans e be Africans because Africans person mu impress o mu ntino no mu increase tax time bia because books no mu o mu artificially this say yet say net here said the be ya obi be free baby diska apray so why are we always sad template no one ye sheshe there bia
say you need leaders they think outside the box. That's the truth. Okay, yaba power party no eba power no the mrantie wo onye adwuma da. And let me tell you abrabo, there is no way between a jump from 1 to 10. Party ni ba power na no nipa no ye team member or ye Tescom member wa ye shirado ezu eza na no adinti no pressure ba beda president position na on deserve no ye dia command officer e better no tumi adwene outside the box amma innovative way. There is a mayor of New York was it the bia the end one say one on the blood free Ghana ne Africa. Ghana for the ba on ne be discuss transactions $20 million, $30 million. They say, are you people kidding me? We are developing economy. We know see train, tram, and as a metro. Economy to yes come more than obi or developed economy. Now what banana me ba be discussion was boho. That is so seriousness. But Sahadi Panua will free will test condition won't exposed to for him no. Boho now they brono why ya dear too much.
Wait my corners and $1 million.
Absolutely. What you say? The first problem they say you need for you are putting square pegs in round holes. We need to deal with it. And yes, sir, how is it say cocoa board? Yeah, my friend Tonaton. Nedia so cocoa. Cocoa now cotton so already biased or must I contract away. In it, you about 32 billion. How can anybody explain this to you? In simple language.
Tell the whole country, no. In our trans say cocoa no ye be dua.
Yes.
We are sign contract.
Yes.
Toneja ni pani here no catch me.
Yes.
Make sure empower the whole country.
Yes.
Say the be obet me produce.
Exactly.
The whole year.
Yes.
Want me empower the whole country.
The whole country.
I want me produce that tonnage.
Now wouldn't the answer crowd. Almost here forward. Thomas Amako sign contract na to say ye be cocoa ya afi ye beti ye de be mu se age musika. Want me avanye ama cocoa na ama anso am wangwan koton na wasan bokawo.
Okay, back to the budget.
So
these things we are talking about.
So
there be na Emma unya ahotoso taking into consideration some of these things we've talked about. Then Emma unya ahotoso say this administration seems to be walking the talk.
I mean, first of all, Omodinkai actually by their this Omati ministry so. Also no be ko kan more. Also what tighten or belt. Wow, go tighten or belt or buy oh the maker or buy you that Range Rover made them home mobile. To no kind I cut it down the government size. Sort yes, and we in crunch. Number 2, the budget team why yet very, very cautious with borrowing. And ya buy why not just say me babe Bob Bessia baby. Because you Bessia bono effect on private sector. I buy me private sector being between ya buy competitive for scale. If you say a policy rate and I'm say 27%, it means commercial rate no 35%. Now we
out.
Now we know who could private sector or better was survival. A cat and alcohol. So say a buy so more Bessia. What it will do is say a bema treasury bill rate in this annual man, you must start dropping. Who's an answer started dropping? Say, ya ba bedru singing digital. After the banks ne a lazy banking. No, so when you bed my almost to announce on this kind of mabine. On best start into the private sector, no matter business. Now they have to do what you call real banking. Or be analyzing me business. And who say business will invest home. Now do see a bishim. And go for business plans are a go move you. But banks are not ready because omunya wufska every your friend is saying abayo anything to that extent, you know, and so what cut tax because so he levy through a mammy sika and come to your charges, you know, a woman at least me far at Chimota, many 1 bottle of beer a day. Abo.
Now no bones will say or check it from January. Basically, the last time I'm in Kasa around the 5th of March. You levy I know to inquire about 4,000.
Oh yeah, no, I don't cry the channel.
Ono kwa they say oh my eshi man kakra my eshi man kakra. Yeah the odi business.
Na wo mo ye business ndie.
Kakra my eshi man.
Eh ano eshi. Pato ano eshi. Obi obeka cho say na stealing tax. There value pa no abande count your Jesus ka. Me time na abande ba no. Me hu say ye wa hu him. You want to be more man.
Because you can from the corner of his eyes, no.
Kwasi dear, or no, or better say, opposition yet, or no, cry any time on pay baby man, no, any time. No, I'm the quiet deputy Quasia, why you start? Quasi, I was a quiet the substantive minister, no, should we say. No, so Kobo, I say. Oh, Kobo, I get to the free, so happy nation, I say. Hey!
Seriously.
Akufo-Addo is a fantastic president. Substantive MP.
So look,
on defending the integrity of the party. Why are the deputy? I don't go boy. I substantive. There is hope. However, I was say the Macan 24 hour and feature. We need to feature it because me makase 24-hour economy no ankasa. It must be also a man year 24-hour no ankasa beba. Me that is why I had a problem with them so mo dey question bokese because ya kwan ye security improve yeah bibia ye na say boys e chele a obi anga njo so adwuma no biemu
solo menji wano but I will say ye conscious effort.
All right. Yes.
We have Temahabo. Look at Temahabo. Since ya Ukojina on a Oshe Eponosa. Boats, a man lining up all the way to Abia, a friend say, Teshi.
Yeah, that's a point. I know that I did the more original deep near
it's about 5 o'clock.
No mapo.
No mapo.
Okay.
Under normal circumstances, I was saying Kapua for Nankasa, almost shadow say mayor at least 2 or 3 shifts. But they are lazy.
That's right.
Is it laziness or lack of
foresight?
There isn't that mechanism in place to be able to
go
beyond.
But they used to do that in the time past.
Yeah, it's foresight. Well, it's foresight and thinking out of the box.
So then somebody, well, there's a secretariat for it.
That's right.
Maybe I will be finding out what they are supposed to say. Bibia Bokode. Last week went to me ama.
I'm fan champion na parliament I shikakra. Pato Ghana we are funny you. You want say na de me ya ne say ye no mu a ye de ye bra ane ye dwuma ne ye bibia to say be politics. The best of mine no. O see esua bibi.
Okay.
Because enche Ghana meburu mani abre no wa hwe ya chesi obe chesi ya fikrom ha no
Doomsday
chesi a ombe chesi ya fikrom ha no because me share campaign na NDC eye any the else the odds were against us bibia kutia ye na NDC fa chere ni mabi in fact say obeka say NDC nya omo ade bi a e wo say MPP ade a omo wo I was say MPP ne say sade ne kura na enye na omo ntimi nya omo tumi nti yo be ya obeji tumi no enya omo NDC is more interested
to win election.
That's it. NDC and maintain power.
Okay.
NDC omo ye more interested in having you can say power as saying yeah MPP for because anyama NDC eye ne sabri no ni nyina ne politics omo budget yi enye governance o enye governance eye politics she solo say this is the only time when who say aban bi ahebo na we di so ye ka NDC ebo mo share ye pa the back campaign mu na 24 hours me dey am come 24 hour to service na 24 hour economy and the campaign mantra Ye de no na free SHS. Ye buy ye no. Na ano dey. But na ye hia bibi e be magana fo ehunu say ye ba be ye bibi foforo. Nti no matter the difficulty no, ye jitu mo say 24 hour free SHS no. Wo see ye. Ye shase ye. Ye kwoye nim no na hyehyɛ na hyehyɛ. Na no president ba parliament or this state of the nation e ba ye no. Or say enche. Ye the 24 hour no e be ba. Now 24 hour no the Osha a campaigner NDC for ye. It usually manka I was saying no the leading subject of this the economic policy. Sabuki krami any NDC for economic policy. Kwanya ye befa so ahyehyɛ ɔman no. Na ɔmo bɛyɛ campaign ni nyina no 24 hour no e di kai. It is a 24 hour no amma budget we mu e wa fi mu a. The buying normally start 24 hour neighbor. And no day in Nada Edikan. Oman fam budget team.
How do you wanted it to be a particular component? Say I'm going to say Bianca one of the items.
So look at SMB or say Bob your campaign. And then near the back why I am so they are confusing because to the be a shot seminal a can pepe. To the be so no catch ya. Oh, enti we no o carry pepe. The mammy who said there be Ojinan Fifi no Ojinan Fifi. But do maybe I don't catch ya. O can say me or say na ohun ni entia NDC for the 24 hour no a campaign. Na can pape mu a o mine hihye mu no. Obetimi ahihye o mine no ma 24 hour no epiem.
And yet the over expected Senka budget no be na wakan say if you put the right things in place, na say economy na expand it, na the no yentimi enye no within the 12 hours now. It will go past the friends. And so if you share near money in such a way that so let us then now look at say and she share more there are two in places here no. Is it going to expand the economy in such a way that we would have to work extra time to be able to
kind of say omo ye campaign no the 24 hour number na omo ntimi nchirem budon ene je keke kakwa no budon ni mama ni position bi
forest no baby obeye ne mwado
obia chiremu ebisi ebeko disco ebisi ebeko we no ni ade nyina no oba it came up. No, Chairman, it came up.
But let me tell you something.
No, Chairman, I want you to.
1 minute. Let me tell about the disco matter. Look, solo wako buchida. What na buchida? Poko baby aye disco.
Ya ton chungam, ya ton chichinga, ya ton
microphone. After 5 a.m., people will start wanting to eat.
Yes.
Into that premises, they turn to a restaurant.
Yes.
Then they have lunch, and then evening time, drink after work. People will come and have more when they come and sit and have a beer, that kind of things. And then the evening, it goes so it's 24 hours.
I understand.
I don't understand.
Yeah. Already, I also po. I assure man. From roundabout to estate hall. Every day, there's one particular joint.
Yes.
So from Monday to a year, it could be food yard. Also the food yard. And the maker said, "Your car disco one kind of bonnet."
Oh,
let me get to myself.
No, no Holy Spirit to the Father. No, come, let
me get to myself. The watch 24 hours. Now the disco bemua.
Because there is a nightclub in around Bia. Omoye BBB on Mondays, a friend of Monday, Omoye no Sunday. No, Monday, a friend Monday Madness.
Yes, Monday, call for
Monday Madness. And you know, a big crowd free fee, have a fab breakfast or son of my text and
breakfast as a walk on. Muka mo ko da djuma. Enti me jitu mo say disco any night life no e ka 24-hour explanation no. Enti no it didn't have to come as a real policy. Any for year say and only a flagship. Now, President by Sona or say me the baba. It means that a wadibia almost said the aba. It thinking say no na a ya dia a dear kind. I want to campaign anymore. Now, Mranti na to Obama money there. Enka President Taba for all this month, I'm over Takunyaso. Enka budget there. It must find space. Me me a catch or say a Muslim can. Omu Muslim. I don't know say. Fagana for. I don't mean say 24 hours, 24. And then it's the moon now and say Obi to say you represent or you serious seasoned business person. Yes. Ono na ye ni say on that committee omo ye 24 hour no. Hey, ma papa no. Ma na kire say ade odi bebe bia no. Ghana for egusu hwe budget won enyama wo mo. But say no essence 24 hour na mpie munti. Ye hunu ye wo. Because that was your campaign mantra.
Gusitano ni position here then.
On no fan coordinator.
All right, so I wanted to hear coordinator. Yes. So and then government at the Nyama Binum Agwakwem. Is the onus not on him to coordinate various government programs? Said the Beya Nina Betimia P every 24
and so it should have been easier. Say budget in last paragraph. Yen Fanshem say, with all these things said and done. All these things having this expression here.
So you wanted a mention.
24 hour. Dear. Now you who say you are serious with it. Oh. But say Obesamba. Okay, say Obesamba Parliament. President say may come about. You see. Atu force say may come about. Oh,
but now one of people's representatives no war.
Na mo kwa
What him said
is there anything called 24-hour economy
labor laws? See, you in parliament and you had Atu forcing made a statement. Said they have to bring some laws to parliament. That was how many labor laws because the labor rules, you know, is such that you have to work only 8 hours. It's not in our system that
you mentioned that.
So 8 hours, Chairman, and I'm going to 331. Obiya Juma 24 hour. 8 hour 24 divided by 8. 3. And then I'm going to 331. So one position. So Obiya 8 hours. So 8 hours. 8 hours. So
now,
but then what we legislation
now
for that.
Now the current laws, you know, Ghana, we went from what? Is it 9 to 5? Average 9 to 5. And that is what the labor union accepts. Night job is not properly formalized. Evening job is not properly, it's informal. Oh, and there is, some of them are not formalized.
Oh, there be. Unless for year Juma 24 hours. That is what we're telling you, sir. Some 24-hour thing. It was a sham. It's
Honorable Kwasiakwa, are you saying that it is not true? Say was say inya right legislation in place to support 24-hour economy.
We don't necessarily need a legislation.
Why?
What we need is a policy document. Yeah, the Beba Parliament. Now, you the shape and form.
Why now expect to saw the Beba?
President and Kasonano, Obeti me eti hu kakra che. Na ye hunu se ne tie. Tie me. And go obeti me eti hu kakra. Na ye hunu se ne tie.
Sona is the State of the Nation address. E ka mo abo, e kron mo abo, how you criminally run the economy. He has to come and report on it.
Okay.
Now, after he has reported on it, now the budget is now his statement.
After he has reported on it, what else did he do? He mentioned his things.
No, listen,
he mentioned his policies. That is why he pleaded with us. He said,
so let me finish.
So
let me finish. So now, the government has got a manifesto. And the manifesto comprises a lot of various activities. Now, say, okay, in the interim, 24-hour economy is coming. We are in government only.
Sister 2 days.
Did you start your free SHS in 62 days?
When did you start the free
September.
So what I'm telling you, this is the year's economic policy.
Yeah, we have said
there is no way.
Okay, so again, Honorable Kwesiakwa, who shall say no? I said my kind say Ghana for. She say no. Usro say Anria, it will get here. Now that be exploding. Yeah, because so politicians they are doing area and I'll start to free 24-hour economies because it didn't get
expression. They didn't find space here.
No. And only
we control me in 24-hour economy. So
you
big push.
You feel
big push.
Because of that, you feel say nada and omo that and I say omuni that is why they didn't mention.
Okay. But it caught up with Ghana.
But you yourself have said here, say President so be kwaba na or kwaba no be 24-hour economy. But finance minister and so can say
finance minister because afie on minor ni abiding.
So you are saying that President me kwaba no you think it meant the finance minister?
Because you see, say they can't do anything outside this budget.
And then chairman of the Coca Rizzi at the ABCC I say, Kasa we say yeah more you can't say more free SHS and more main policy. I did a campaign. And a chairman of the Coca Catcher say the government have been in power for best 60-something days. And you know, he will need some space to prepare and sana or implement the idea at TC. Momo free SHS no. You didn't implement it in
but it found space in our first budget.
No.
That's even granted. That even granted, honorable. So that we have a good discussion. That's even granted. Sir, and then the finance minister mentioned in this budget say there should be a legislation in place. For the 24-hour economy. You think it still didn't find its space?
I'm telling you, sir. We didn't have a legislation, but free SHS we had a cut.
And then later,
there's no legislation. But they didn't even agree for us to be late.
But
there was nothing saying. There was no legislation.
You did it. There was no expression as to how you are even going to do the free. You had no idea.
Oh, there be.
That's our first budget, you know.
Okay, so now conclude.
So why
more time
why were you saying sir budget I feel na be tutu what is there to
because near minister Bekan 70 page what they say yemra say bedwa for yetie
the order so every year no aye den
Office of Government the communication unit of government. At the time where your Ministry of Information, government communication budget, it wasn't even up to 10 million. And then with Felix Ofosu Kwachi and Shamima, you try over 70 million.
Don't make this statement.
No, Felix himself has come to explain it.
Felix himself has come to explain it. You
are MP.
No, honorable Chairman Manu so that.
And can say me
but MF, I don't know if you can help.
There is a total freeze. There's a total freeze on employment
institutions under communication.
There is a total freeze of employment.
There's no freeze on employment.
Oh.
Where is it? We are not here. There's no freeze on employment.
Any replacement. Even in public institutions. Once in public, maybe actually, don't worry. Once in public institutions, ubi call retirement. You move kind say ubi timidi ubi ashim, and a idea the absorb uncle for kaka. Minim the aba isua. Watch this a chinchina, and then on a complete freeze on employment, but a freeze on replacements.
I can bet my last person. I said there will not be any page that says replacement of freeze. You know, Professor Bia Wolegona, Kolebua, was he and for bingo? And demonstration. Mamma Safed, now me call demonstration. Can we take on the government?
Solo, you're ready to overcome demonstration.
Aha,
you're ready to overcome.
Yawa,
you're ready to overcome demonstration. I just got this book this morning.
Oh, no,
I just got this book this morning.
There's nothing, there's no freeze on any replacement.
There can never be freeze.
Okay.
Kind, what's it say?
Nasa MFE, one amoko any the freeze between.
Freeze bit to be bound.
Freeze on public sector employment here. One the negotiation or about me anymore. And then I'm quite.
But now you found for Juma. Before you buy for 15,000.
Okay, so what point?
How say?
You find 15,000 nurses. Yes. You paid 15,000 nurses.
I say I'm goofy, no.
Nurses. You say you find 15,000. And I'm telling you, sir, Nipa mube yo medie no. Enya yo.
I think chairman some na wo kala. Me movement dem opposition to say wow.
Dem be uni opposition.
I be person clear move free on now.
Dem be uni opposition.
No, why statement be office of the president? No. I was say among 40 years.
Same, I don't make freeze no.
No. Me cry there. Me pay Felix. I say more back time.
Yes, not kind.
Freeze replacement party.
Yeah, it's here. I saw it. I've seen it. Hey, wow. I'm telling you.
Explanation of the man. So that's we all listen to him and see if
Yes.
Chairman, so you wanted to make a point with it. Make a point with the Oriano. Looks like
there's nothing there.
What they say, I'll be trying making no next week, you know, saying I'm here.
Any next week, but come ask Marco. Remember who is Marco?
I said, we're here.
Okay, so what point?
Mr. Say, Bukuno, Omudi see. Wait.
Now, somewhere here, when you're not mean Tabecas a betting tax, there was nothing like betting tax.
Oh, but you do understand that thing?
Oh, yeah, you catch me.
Okay, Felix Kwachofu, so on Sikai Kohon into your kind.
Of a number of entities. So there's what we call the General Administration, Office of the Chief of Staff, Vice President Secretariat, Cabinet Secretariat, Press Secretariat, and then Policy Coordination Delivery Unit. These are the units that make up the Office of the President. In addition to these units, there are other government agencies that fall under the Office of the President. So together we call them Office of Government Machinery. Under the MPP, the Office of Government Machinery had 26 entities. That is if you add the units under the Office of the President. That number was made up of a number of agencies. The list is before me, I could go through all of them. But they created new entities. Coastal Development Authority, Middle Belt Development Authority, IPEP, the one that used to be headed by Howard Kumsin as a whole ministry before it was moved under the Office of the President. And then there's also the Northern Development Authority, the Zongo Development Fund, and what have you. Because President Mama reduced the number of ministries from 30 to 23. Some agencies that used to operate under the collapsed ministries have been moved to the Office of the President for budgetary purposes. Because when the budget is being prepared, the staff of those agencies have to be accounted for. That accounting has to go through a mother agency. So for instance, there was a Ministry of Information, which was headed by a minister. It had 76 directors and staff, civil servants. That ministry doesn't exist anymore. So all the directors and civil servants have left. There's no such thing. Some of them have been reassigned. Now the president appointed me as his spokesperson and Minister of State for Government Communication. That means that all the agencies that used to work under the Ministry of Information have had to come under my jurisdiction. There are some of them who are state-owned enterprises, like the Ghana Publishing Company Limited, Graphic Communication Group, and New Times Corporation. They are state-owned enterprises, so now they fall under SIGA. But the Ghana News Agency, for instance, the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, the Information Services Departments, and what have you, fall under me. Now, the staff of these organizations are civil servants who have to be paid. Let me add that President Mahama has not employed a single civil servant in addition to what he came to meet. So the civil servants under these organizations, their salaries have to be catered for. In addition to these three organizations that I have mentioned, because the National Security Ministry was collapsed, now the National Security Council, or the National Security Secretariat, the Research Department, which is an arm of the Security and Intelligence Services of Ghana, the National Signals Bureau, and the National Intelligence Bureau, which used to be called the BNI, all now operate under the Office of the President. So it is the salaries of these staff that are now being catered for under the Office of the President. So when you see 2.7 billion, it is the salaries of these staff plus all the other agencies that form the Office of Government Machinery that is reflected in that number.
So that is Felix's explanation.
It is not tenable. It is not tenable because at the end of the day, all these organizations all come one seminar. In fact, you reduce the agencies that are work under the Office of Government Machinery. It's been reduced. What I say? It's the account, but no Felix. I thought he was going to explain that one, but he ended up explaining the Office of Government Machinery. You see, Obiehu, Sikano it's about close to about 10 times of Sika. Na yen spending under OGM. And now Ukuje to a press conference almost all the time. But they say these are things that have not come out until yen minority for and second book here, yeah, they back out.
All right.
So that's it.
Okay, so Honorable Chairman.
Yes, Akwesi. Akwesi, I respect you so much. And I think politics, sometimes you must have what's called conscience. When it's red, it's red. When it's blue, it's blue. When it's black, it's black. There's no need for you to say green is yellow. The guy has given you a breakdown. Because the impression they created was that whole money was going to just to the office of Mahama. That's the presidency. That's all. Only the presidency, Mahama. And that office has got a lot of agencies under them who have to be paid. So let's be truthful ones. That is why your own former Minister of Finance can come on sit on national and lie. If I was him, you should have resigned as an MP.
He didn't lie.
It's a blatant and coward liar.
What? Yeah, sure. Mami sure the so that's it.
Miba.
I mean, sir, betting tax.
What I tell you, so
what happened?
Let me tell you.
But unfortunately, no say, oh, fire no crana. Also, can't betting tax.
Yes, lottery. Say, betting tax now, Momo say, but you're free one because he was inferring from what you said.
Oh, come on.
But what you said,
I've heard that argument. Mokasa say. Because I didn't know lotteries and betting. Winnings on lotteries and betting. It is a winnings of lotteries and betting. No, Samuel Oku as DG for National Lotteries advocated. I say already, Sikabi our moti call government assurance. Say no benefiting government in Ankazan Intino. Saadi and Intino, Nyade saw Bepene amount of mati, and he fought. It didn't come out. It is former finance minister Kasano. Or Kase lottery winnings on lottery or mantia. But he said betting.
And
then betting, no. You fair copies as sports betting for one crown. About over 200 million.
Betting is what to forcing
Chairman.
I don't want to school.
And because freezing.
I know they hear me.
Okay, so let's
Miba.
Jama, make your point.
School. Don't let's talk about semantics. Nobody should come and English language. Look, what is the definition of lottery? Definition term. For the purpose of this, that is.
Chairman, who was the French Academy to force? To force and and you think so? What does it? To force a full and now Yachino. We went there because you see, me better than any person I can say you. By the end of this month, this budget debate would have been completed. And then we'll start implementing whatever we have agreed in Parliament. It's even put the day. But you see, we wanted Ghanaians to know, sir, this budget is full of at the end of the day, no. What the Kasa lottery and now the betting tax Jabba Shim. It's a good year in the car. Now, and 45 years, and it's a Nyama to force a Kasa or the Eba for review. Various acts of
but to be in a better, your friend saying. Why say Ubianka, former finance minister, Ben mentioned Krana, say to forcing granted or the Adwene be the agro. Now, they better the right perspective. Adentinanka or no buy no, Omeka say, forcing got it wrong. Now, this is what we brought to Parliament. But this, we implemented this, we did not implement this. Yeah. But he created the impression, said, even beyond
that, beyond that, what was the MPP? Again, the MPP show Babes Crapono.
Okay, so Chairman, make your point. No, my Chairman making a point. Chairman, make your point. Chairman, make your point.
Approved practice note on taxation by GRA.
GRA, yes.
Definition of terms. For the purpose of this practice note, lottery operations include sports betting, casino, route operations, remote interactive games, national lottery betting, private lotto betting, other games of chance. All these things attract tax.
They only communicate now. More they come other all the betting
exactly.
Companies.
So what if you take the word sports, just decouple sports from the betting, it's the same betting.
Yes,
it's the same because we call sir baby. Amoya betting wa. Amoya football betting. Yes. And I didn't know amoya baby amoya race.
And Madrid for no Eddie scammer.
Madrid for football. And so football and sports. It's a what mistake? Then you, the minister, you come to say you have never taken a dime on betting. On betting. But whether sports or what? But it is here.
No, whether sports or he didn't specify whether sports
now
or
now there's evidence. Miakasa mitne. Me the winnings. I mean say bakansa me ba me sleep. Me ko Jimmy Sikanu.
Lottery na.
Sa opongo emise football na ye no. Me ko Jimmy Sikanu. Yetimi tax. Okay. Tax.
But we got a lot of.
Yeah, so why do
we have a lot of.
So why do come and lie?
And we've holding taxes.
So let me finish. What kasa mami kasa? Mami kasa. Oh, but one man time na be time.
No, unse we are free for all.
That you give me free for all
fight.
And one man 10 minutes, one man, chama 10 minutes, one man. Kwasi 10 minutes. I who say?
Me saba uka me
so they also
folding
Pato, you see,
what I want to say is that MPP have been in power for almost 8 years.
Oh,
you come.
8
years. NDC has just been in power for 65 days or whatever it is. We are walking the talk. What I say? You people have no moral right anywhere in this country to open your mouth. You have no moral right.
So now the bone of contention. Sorry. Aminanda Asema Okain.
Oh, yeah, Koshi.
Let's listen to how he said it.
Yes.
Oh, now, I see what we are just propaganda.
Ladies and gentlemen, betting tax that they said they have abolished. We never collected betting tax. We never implement the betting tax. So to come and tell Ghanaians that you have abolished something that was not implemented is to deceive the people of Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, betting tax that they said they have abolished. We never collected betting tax. We never implement the betting tax. So to come and tell Ghanaians that you have abolished something that was not implemented is to deceive the people of Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, betting tax that they said they have abolished. We never collected betting tax. We never implement the betting tax. So to come and tell Ghanaians that you have abolished something that was not implemented is to deceive the people of Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, betting tax that they said they have abolished. We never collected betting tax. We never implement the betting tax. Ladies and gentlemen, betting tax that they said they have abolished. We never collected betting tax.
Right.
All right.
Open your mouth.
Compensation of employees. Paragraph 477. Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Government is committed to reducing unemployment in the country through programs aimed at providing Ghanaians with employable skills in the areas. What
are you doing to a person?
So 478 in 2025. Government will implement the following measures to keep the wage bill within sustainable levels. One, fully implement the net freeze on employment by immediately putting on hold all recruitments and replacements. Into the public
all
service.
recruitment and replacement.
Yes.
I
did the fire campaign. Second of February. Second of February. What's the replacement in here?
Fully putting on hold all recruitments and stroke replacement into the public service, given that the recent realignment collapse of some MDs have brought about surplus labor. It is
program. Now, so they're not the one who free microphone.
But they have given reason. I see surplus labor in the system. And the realignment, you know.
Surplus labor. Solo Ghana for help.
I am going to deal with this. Yes. And there has to be a serious inquiry into it. Yes, because you see, but there is also an explanation. Labor na broso. You find ni pare broso. Say you find ni pare broso.
The only way. This is not Chairman. This is not about the four of us. We are communicating. We are communicating to the people.
Labor is surplus. And I'm promising Ghana for some more. Mo promising Ghana for some more. Chama. Mo sa kwafo. E mabunu baba busu o. E mabunu on baba busu o.
Hello.
Ade we me hu a.
Me ba cho udi no fa kwa free.
But
Oba eteu.
Ado.
Oba.
Budget mi mo nsem na ye kam. Mo ma yen hwe bibi.
Okay.
Pato. Betting tax ya ye free. Ghana has say obi wo ho no ma wa fa betting as na ejuma we boys no be na fa betting as obi ejuma mo ye. Enti ye taxes na free, ye tax na free wo no. Ye pese ye chen say sa no set me pa no ono e ejuma no no ntu tax ni bia na ade. Ena ye fa ni say ile bia ye free. Pato ile bia ba yi parliament for MP for ya dede ebimu dede wo ho ama ilevi Ejina so instead engina papa because 11 no I be to say option opa na upa na we
na go for avoid this aha
because obese no on phone so na we tua 11 bi obekọ koye withdrawal no say ni wo agent o no 11 tua bia enti 11 no no yemfa no say nfa so nhyeda ni hu sa ba covid na ye so on the ene o my idea no in fact so papa so mama yenka asen no kan down yenka budget ye me dey me dey say ya fa new tax diamba ba dey here no ya anya wo cause eni ya ante ni ma so
listen to it
yeah finance minister come market obebi sir ya tell say enema board yen hwe ne yen entity so na yen ye hunto ye intimi say bia ne intimi fa ne ma ba he see assignment November, Mama says so called 87. Say I 105. And your my boy did. And my pressure almost better so because me now the campaign. And advert to come yeah. Advert back we am share say Conte edu to 20 Ghana. Cement na 27 city edu say 100 city. And so send me now one and no COVID now much na there boy. Even better tax now much the other one man ediane ni nyama na ye pen.
All right. Oba that's it. But
Oba yi the argument all ye no. Me fuaso me maka oba bi say. Betting ye Ramahama campaign. Or say mu ni adwuma ye. Uko twa bet kakra nso ni ade ani abeto tax. Listen, say nipa no ni adwuma na so betwa bet. Na so be enia. Ade na won che no kwa faso etia tax.
Pato in Europe.
Say ye be ya obeji adwuma.
I will let you talk. Memo account the Europe your friends and how much bit to say in the US tax state the federal
it is
the federal tax state tax all those ones. But hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
You're from Nana Question Free Central Hills.
Nana Adam met you.
With the NDC in quality hall, a direct question on me, mano.
Okay.
Or say we will abolish emission levy VAT on motor vehicle insurance policy. A person beside NDC in say on catch up to for say we're waiting and a certified certificate insurance. It insurance no on country at 40 say or parliamentar. Omuma speaker and country Ghana for say insurance is compulsory. Yes, me say to you. It's more important than insurance on the car. Who know auto car? Person flew here, you have to tax.
It's a point now Kasa say. Omo ma insurance in your compulsory. Okay, Mate, obe address it. Okay, so
but you see, I'm from two jobs to say emission tax. Obi anti egu.
But you didn't for free.
But you frame John Tete, me free do winya.
John, you too.
Aha. Me pacho me pese me my two MPP ni no ti onu se omu kom anu tu.
O say MPP ni na then. Hello? Tete free so be fraba. Hello?
Hello, Pato.
Yes, sir. Mr. David Agbalano.
Yes, sir, Pato. Yo, honorable Kosiakwa, I don't say anything for the budget in the budget in here. Say guys who say mu party no be power. Because anything for any say budget no be boy. And the honorable Kosiakwa, oh dear, my so road no e krom ho no. E ba be yama o school feeding program no. E ba be yen yama. Say para kwa mu yin go fi abe to. But what time no there no fish. Oh, the honorable Kosiakwa, what anya butre. Obibia budget no be ba life over why? When nyame here juma.
Martin, that is the NDC for you. And yo, I'm supporters be dietry. That is NDC for
you.
Hello, dietry.
Never showed in for free.
I got money.
Hey. I got the
Mesha opa.
Yo ya danyame ase. Adan mo yetio.
Na me tie won so. Yo, mesha ka with the advance election. Na menchi a wona bo. Wa ba adwuma. Na menchi Adwene Kasa. O ba national organizer na. Jeff General Secretary. Ana wona bo afanyo mate wo ba adwuma papa o parliament wo pa. Oh, me dey ade on be aye mani so nwonwona yo.
O se budget na ye wani so nwonwona yi. Na de na party a want.
Yeyi COVID-19. Yeyi enwusie tax. Yeyi bola tax. Yeyi yileri. Yeyi ayi betting. Keda mimi wudi omo bejo omo tira kura. That's be be ya mubo di nyina so bia ni wono kura ebi kura nya adwuma. Mojo mo di we nyina ba dada Ghana for say o abana se tax to bebre di agumu so. Ana Ghana for so aja. Wo mo aka se o short mebre na ya yinti. Ana ma dada an yakoto abedi amok. Say the tax o mga so mbe yi nyina. E bia ni wono mo yi akuru so. What do you say? Also, my dad, ni package. Ever say, a year, yes, and go my gun, a bit of media. What do you say? Well, because we will. Then the one year not use you obey you grow. What do you say? 1 year not use you obey. Wow, several years, school. We will abolish it. I guess the 1 year not use you obey, because we abolish it.
I don't know. The entire we will abam ni say tax no mrata chiri ansa na be ye free ho no I just outside the kofa baby alfa so de mra ne bae na nti o ka say we will obekwa kofa sa kwan no so na o de mra aye free ho because unze akwa patapa pieto de patapa na ro emra nso pieto say de mra na ro
Ibujo ba ti ade mra ye no ye free ho.
Sir, open so you feel this all the mra. I don't know simple explanation no. Or the mra and this buy into your fru just or family coin so no.
And this is one but it will make
They are part of our democratic
dispensation. Propaganda and the mom. Normally,
and at the end is for
social media. Never told dinner for quite free. Captain Ola no munya crowd.
So,
is there yeah, oak free. Medina, you too, Captain. Hello, Captain. Captain Lana Moana. Hello.
Hello.
Mr. Cotti.
Pato.
Mr. Cotti, unamu bako there.
Oh, that's a part of the
Yo, you too, Mr. Cotti.
Yo, we can say. I mean, Israel.
Amen.
Now, I do a door.
Amen.
My Ghana.
Amen.
Pato. The mama. The Ghana. The Basha of the Ghana for now. So Ghana force the share. Taxes you have about the year for you say you levy 13 tax in Africa home and part will be the budget so we are saying leader or you're honest. I'm not father when we did demonstration against that. So bad then so they increase the VAT rate. The 50 big to buy a chapter for the VAT so this was somebody who led demonstration against VAT. Mr. a wood, they came to government and increased VAT rate. Actually, I said, he was coming to move Ghana for taxation reduction. Or buy a resource for tax a Ghana for so. But I was yet the papa and Kenya Yao. Apart from taxes, I put for the South Bobusa over 700 billion. They did the research can year. He just misused the money. In high private jet, £20,000 an hour every hour, 40,000 pounds every hour. Come on, the 2 point. The code ya bako. It's Silakusa Bakupebu. Not the name. The next went through hell. And the Akufadu 8 years. God has punished them. But still, you haven't learned anything from it. The arrogance they display the government. For which the government voted against them. They haven't learned anything from it. They are still being arrogant.
As a pana modiabano, dear the woman I'm more energy budget.
Oh, some of them say, do me tax in the floor. Women's run ever. 24 hours economy ever. Yes, the president of your thing who is on several on this or bad the case one this one party. Or because the total of just one this one party. This was the lies, this was the deception that Ganesh went through under the agents of Akufado and Baumia.
All right, Mr. Agote.
Thank you.
As I said, Odo Adventure, bye. Well, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm Pastor Femi Bonko. Me kasaflu oyibi.
Obani etiu.
Oh, me MPP ni. So what you say?
Yeah.
But that COVID-19 na Akufado di apto we sa ukoto cement and the iron rosa. Na sabi kapanya nkase ndiani. So what you say? Ajani mo efe no. Ono ya on to cement, ya on to cement and the iron rosa. On share tax na Akufado di apto so. Ya omu plenty we no ma o hwe so a ayi nyina wo so ukoto fuela bibia e wo COVID-19 go nyina so what you say? And the way I be here now, why you are in a piece of we MPP in Ube Barking. So in the MPP, I didn't know we are then I am supposed to name Quay. So I think the way MPP in the family yard, yeah, above 1 mile. What's the wounds? So I
Yo, okay. So, I'm not cancer.
COVID-19, or say, I feel the betting task force. I shall quite better so a year for. What you say? It's enka near Odia Bar. Yeah, by betting with there. See, Adia Bar
tax reform.
Yes,
Parliament.
Yes, sir.
Apostle Martin.
Apostle Etiu.
Ghana Maya, your team in 1 on my any woman, do one kind of correct. Na omaya itiwa yen kan okore de ye ko fa ho ahwa be di sokoro anu astere ye ho be kire ye
eze ayahemfo na nkan okore no temamufo na na se leadership
na ye timamufo no na se leadership no nya ake mamu timamufo na ye timamu no do na yen kan okore ye yen kan okore but ade ye me ya pa se Ghana no ye ka se ye Christopher man ene na ya mentrase ye na Christopher.
And today, I apostle then I'm all cancer asemi say.
Then here make us ask we say. Say MPP buy us one yet. NDC buy us one yet. And you afraid the one being the person be so.
I'll say a movement for change.
Party we buy us one you. Party we buy us one yet. You say you Ghana for your team my way. Yan kind of correct. Akunya na mumu diso no. Akunya no chiri koro no chiri kontompo. Akunya na wote so se president no ochiri koro no ochiri kontompo ntumba no chokontompo a obefeli obakoro no a obefeli sana tie akunya na wote so no ochiri kono ochiri kontompo yan ka do koro o man yimu but in tax ni ntwa bi so ampa se nkofo twa bi a moke che masa okoto fridge I was store tax se bu fridge no so no a obetia enye easy kotomo I was store taxes a busu obetiano enye easy taxes a busu obetiano enye easy obi ye biribi abebu obi ye biribi emu obi bagana ha na obi metime medi o man so no onye biribi na emu obi a dabi ebe favor obi e favor obi sana amamu na etie
that's it chairman I'm for cancer emission tax no say I don't know say a former finance minister and Kasa more implemented, but people are saying that why not or say no emission tax? I'm for calling an answer, ma'am. Hello.
Hello.
Me ba cho dini fa kwa free.
You're from Reverend Kwame Kaswa.
Reverend Pacho man in Kosro pa mai Wadaroma.
You're from Reverend Kwame Kaseti Kaswa.
Reverend it you.
Me particularly me say discussion na. Next. Pacho Master Honorable Akwesi.
Akwesi akwa.
Me Master Bebre na I am meeting with other networks na. Aya Oma no kwedi makakra.
Oma day.
Me too has ya now to can say young who say he just defending his party. Nti bra na owo radio stations o kasa you say this time no new doc kanira na emu yawiram. Yes no.
Ose a bit said there he.
Nti no si defending say o kabibi say NDC fu bibia nye kwa mu support. But the question na you say Palugu Dam project who some money national cathedral and sensing na they all defended it national Ghana fu na starting in here. And no masra no oma ne
Ora say obia Reverend there say nka me fo so be support national cathedral.
Oh yes sir support me no adidi nye wo ho a ese wo say nye wo.
Enya anye.
And your man Kuyino, they were saying you say, oh, there was nothing bad. When this one can say NBC will be in your economic support here, then what does it make it?
All right. Chairman, the emission tax.
You know, I wish somebody will give
microphone.
I wish somebody will send us ukoyi inyoma wo porter mpesa obi pull out the taxes
emission tax room Chairman
Mame Kasa since MPP for no assembly anyoma ka ebejidi
it's yentel na mumu ka
me see
because edition tax obi anye wa Ghana da o
obi anye wa Ghana
debi
Ghana mo pass law no
ye pass law no in parliament ye dey this for yina e half
okay last caller hello
what dey this for you dey pass
yes sir odini fa kwa free
but you from a farmer me free takwade
obani yeti o
meso saying say by now no I go say in this buying Commander Sugar Factory they should start now preparation say Modi Ashwidi na o start say produce sugar no okay so that not just say chika yesene they call import sugar not just say swati and after so the government should embark on economic project. You see, a young go for say government. Hello.
It's your pa.
A young go for say government has no business being business. Government.
Hello. Sorry, we've lost him, but unfortunately, we're not the last caller. So, Chairman, the emission, you see, me one who ba kwaya na hami. Says certain state institutions and so on or mumway. And no, I be to say na no anamika GR for one Anka yet tinny and tenon can ye
that's what I'm saying.
Intinonka your friend saying vote friends in Ghana Revenue Authority for statement. Papa because there was a domestic friend saying commissioner be or back baby are no matter from August to a certain point. And only there, which means that you have the information. Motia him saying anayeti emission tax I can once him say I know so I far by finance chairman I call it.
Oh, the Benu they say everybody
let us know whether yeti
and are you telling me that the Minister for Finance, our new Parliament, ranking or a first or a ranking member, and son of a majority leader, or he doesn't know say emission tax. no waka say wa ya withdraw emission tax.
Oh, chairman, me patrol. Chairman, me
oh, let me land.
Chairman,
otherwise me ba mami otherwise there's otherwise
emission tax the chairman men call everybody agrees that
I agree.
Oh, you see one the chairman or say Ato Forsen was a ranking member for finance committee or some minority leader majority leader briefly. He should know better.
You asked me the question.
What does it? So you should know better.
I'm going
so you shouldn't have brought that one.
I'm going to allude to your you can say emission tax. We on our campaign trail. That's Kenya. We said on our campaign trail. MPP from Munim said, "That time no, there was no in the doctrine emission tax. You should have made a statement saying they are true." All that I'm saying is that you made a statement. The institution clothed with taking taxes. It's about time the GRA or customs they should come and tell the whole Ghana what kind of taxes were they collecting. Otherwise, no, somebody somewhere was collecting taxes and was put in his pocket, or something untoward was going on. We see on this platform, I am requesting or asking GRA and all those who are involved in collecting our taxes tomorrow before close of business, they should come and tell the whole nation what kind of taxes were they collecting. Period.
All right.
Me and you cannot sit here and because we haven't seen the books.
Our words against we words.
But Pato, that's why I don't need GRA to come in. Emission tax.
I don't want to believe.
Fine. But Chaba, wait here.
There is a committee in Parliament from fees and I want only BBI.
They have nothing to do with it. There are a lot of laws that have been passed. I'm telling you. But emission idiot. That was a very dangerous tax. But let me tell you. Now ye dear, 1% NDC force omu ye free ho. Because we are in a world and then emission is a very strong thing. It's a very strong subject, very serious subject. The more we control emission, a war so pabi eba woman beba. Yes, it brings you tax credit. And that is it. You see, it is if you are, what it means is that you're not even prepared to fight it. So what I say. So the League of Nations no akom ho man ka benya emwa bi afi wo no unya. So for us, you pass for a purpose. What does it? You pass for a purpose. You pass for a purpose. To meet a certain requirement. You see, in governance, I to say Ukoji loan baby. I say Ukoji loan baby. I will quite be fast as
because the can hear very dangerous.
No.
Parliament to be sure that Eshemra say the crocodile and go for implement.
Obianka say it was for a purpose.
What purpose was that?
The purpose was for us to be part of the League of Nations. I had to say. And level emissions was serious for us to control. So for us as a country, it is the one was NDC.
NDC abolish it will be injurious.
Yes, of course. Now that they have said so more,
that's how one can say
yes, but at least we would know how to handle it.
uncapping of the
what the ceiling at what Jimmy Sika so the quack get fired now with the ceiling at to say 10 billion grandma half as of as one say
okay
as of as one
your couple get fund a couple NHIS sometimes you see this thing sometimes it's difficult to say them sometimes when the institutions get the money when they get the money full sanwa sabe enye bi a omode ye no oh sema osimenka 80 set you ye couple get fund no eboa ye nya resources skado ye fan come bia ye the boa other side of educational sector
for where
oh of course I mean educational sector
you have people dying hospital
let me understand something
what they say is
the get fund no mo copy omo copy we no actually ana ye securitize 40%
yes
omo ko GD
enti NHIS and then your own couple but utie Ministry of Health and then say one mukeke na mahama care ni niema bi o mo de baba ni ade no eno na uncapped space no and no baba
for the health sector
so that
for the health sector
but who said say yeah uncapped health insurance no yeah they call another sector
but who implement mahama care no is it going to be is there going to be a standalone secretariat for it or it will be implemented it will be under health insurance
health ministry no it's for non-communicable disease to say dialysis muslim what you are dialysis it is for things like that kidney patient you didn't give them a dime the man came on TV
we pay Selanka your own capia can nije beje hono minister dey say ma find out to me that was also 3 months
budget
you chop all the money
basic bank banker Mobiaja Tum Ghana has say bank ayaja to mo asese omni basic bank say asesa ye fene not just another bank yama banking ayekra behwe for sika koto ho the institute say ohene anaso ohima friend was 0307 0686 and 0302 758555 toll free at 0800 100 790 a master AFF ya your company no one sawam Adwene Kasa foam compound technologies yani produce ya di dumja for nyina age atom Nigeria ne Ghana ha nyina EPA for age atom Ghana Standard Authority nso so age atom fire service for age atom abeze kro to be free ho ana fe Nigeria Federal Fire Service for ne bulk oil storage and transportation boss ne Bui Power Authority nti say o manufacturing plant kese ebetimi apaja ama investment nyina akọ but modern say o mining sector and also aviation sector but modern say ubenya AFFF eno any eja master fre 0244 5140 48 and 0245 885288 and info@kaborifoam.com your website here kaborifoam.com nti yesremo ada aya momra ye factory ho na mebusabusa nsemu ana ukọ your website a wetima busabusam na ubehunu the eja master etimi me ni kwakọ wuso je pato honorable Alexander Kosiakwa Achimda member of parliament sanso and there be also on there with the Chairman Joseph Adekoka and so NDC Penny Pa and I feel so Solomon Owusu so movement for change Penny Pa. Edi be say Nyankopon yad much na e be san banya ba betos. Na men kan nyina won we so no mo ho bye bye.
mmɔfra yɛ man abribia ne ka se sɛ wopɛ sɛ wohu sɛdeɛ wɔhwɛ mmɔfra wɔ man bi mu a hwɛ mpanyinfo a ɛwɔ soro no ɛno ɛbɛma wohu kwan a wɔfa so ɛde hwɛ mmɔfra yɛn mmɔfra yɛ man dwumadi ɛyɛ dwumadi bi a yɛahyehyɛ si yɛde bɛhwɛ mmɔfra no education yɛde bɛhwɛ wɔn health ɛna afei wɔn spiritual well-being bibi biara